is real. We know that it's stronger than gravity, and there's no way to separate that from the equation when you're doing an experiment. So no, you can't do that.
Yeah, man, you need an independent variable that you can manipulate. That's all.
Thank
So
you.
here's how I see it. You have matter,
Maybe if
right?
guys say it, you might listen to them.
Which would be
for all
pathetic,
of you.
but,
You have
we
all
do what
of
we
this
can.
imaginal matter.
Dielectricity.
Okay, so you have matter, and a function of matter is magnetism, right? So there's a magnetic field coming from, matter, or from an object made of matter, right? So if you apply something that's a dielectric that kind of, insulates magnetism, why couldn't you reduce the magnetic field, or maybe even block it?
If you marry dielectricity with magnetism, you get electricity. Because you have
Bingo.
What?
They have electricity.
Dielectricity is electricity.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's just less.
The dielectric field, listen, the dielectric field and the magnetic field together is how you get electricity.
The dielectric field and the
these fields,
Brush.
put them together, what are you saying happens after that?
it's a spectrum. Dielectricity to electricity is just a spectrum.
Gravity?
It's the same spectrum as conductivity. A dielectric is an insulator.
The dielectric runs exactly like 90 degrees to a magnetic field.
So someone just cut out.
Sorry.
A dielectric is an insulator.
Well, I mean, the dielectric is there, even if it doesn't intersect at a 90-degree angle, it's still there. What you get when it intersects at a 90-degree angle are electrons, right? So,
well, maybe we should focus on getting the terminology correct first. So everything, like nothing is a perfect conductor, nothing is a perfect insulator. Everything is, on the spectrum, right?
Let's stick to the force. You're saying
So,
there's another force. So
what?
Can you demonstrate this force? You're saying there's another force. So
What force am I saying? Well, I don't think you're quoting me properly at all. When did I say there was another force?
That's what Pazizzle was saying.
Okay, am I Pazizzle?
Remove or isolate these, that there's still another force there.
I said I had a separate question for Shines. I didn't say anything about there being another force. I said, could we dampen the magnetic field of an object?
Oh, well, my bad. I guess when I stepped away and came back, I thought it's my bad.
No, you're good.
Follow the conversation closely enough. I thought it was still the same. I thought you were helping Pazizzle out with this.
No, I have a separate question. Like if the magnetic field comes from, if every object has a magnetic field, right? Then objects that are insulated, you would think their magnetic field is reduced or blocked or limited to whatever is insulating it to some amount. You would think that this could be something you could measure, basically.
Who's saying that everything has a magnetic field? Yeah,
Are you denying that everything of matter has a magnetic field? That's not an inherent function of matter?
It's inherently electrostatic, but it doesn't necessarily have a magnetic field.
How can it be electrostatic without a magnetic field?
I think you just need to brush up on this subject a little bit more.
It's a simple question. If you can't answer it, that's fine. But
here's the thing, man. It doesn't say anything about gravity.
A field and a dielectric field is required for electricity, right? It's not. Everything does not contain and possess a magnetic field. All matter.
I don't think that's accurate. I think everything does have a magnetic field. Everything of matter, at least. If we're talking about something, metaphysical, sure.
Okay.
Everything physical.
Can you show us a scientific experiment where gravity is being demonstrated, manipulated?
Have I said the word gravity yet?
No, I'm asking the question.
Well, it's not relevant. We're talking about magnetism and magnetic field.
But it has to do with gravity. See, I'm trying to get it back on flat Earth because you're going off into the weeds.
This is about flat Earth.
Nah, not really.
World.
Nope.
If it's not what you want to talk about, you could just listen and.
I don't want to talk about anything. The point of the server is to talk about flat Earth stuff.
We're trying to isolate gravity. We're trying to figure out where.
It's just gobbledygook. You're going to go on and on for hours. No one's going to learn anything. I promise. So, keep it up. No, go ahead. Argue about shit that has nothing to do with flat Earth. Go ahead.
Bro, if you're saying like electromagnetism has nothing to do with
While I
Earth,
look for this,
then you have an issue.
while
No, we're talking
listen,
about
while I look for this
right.
for you,
Go ahead, Julie.
because it's going to take me a minute to look for it and find it. But while I look for this, you want to go ahead and explain your point and try to explain what point you're trying to make with this magnetic field, electrostatic.
And try to take less than 35 minutes. Thanks.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. I only talk
No, I wasn't
sarcastically
talking
to
to you. I was
Glovers.
talking to Truth Prevails. Are you referring to me about my point?
Of course. So anyway.
Okay, well,
What's your point?
I was simply
Wrap it
posing the
up.
question of whether or not we can, control or measure or dampen the magnetic field of an object.
You can measure and you can manipulate magnetic fields. But what's that? I mean, what's your point about it?
Isolating
Well,
gravity.
It stems from Shine saying that you can't affect electrostatics or whatever, that you always have electrostatics and stuff like that. And I was wondering if that's actually the case.
If you're talking about like charge, right? You can't remove charge from everything. It's even
It's not necessarily charge.
quantum level, like particle physics. It's like they categorize them like even according to their charge.
Yeah, everything has a charge.
And a charge potential.
Yeah, negative, positive.
So how are you
It's
gonna remove
an electric system. Like the system is electric. So how are you going to isolate gravity?
You can remove all electrostatics if you remove all particles and everything that makes up matter. So you would be
You have
left
to
with
find a
nothing.
way so far that you're not in the Earth, the globe's magnetic field. You have to go there and do your experiment. You know, your Cavendish or whatever it is you're trying to isolate. Well, you have to get away from the system first, and then you can do your your experiment. And as long as you're in the system, how are you going to isolate gravity from electromagnetism?
You subtract the effect from the calculation. You subtract, say,
You can't because
You can't-
because you are in it. It's like, okay, we're in the water.
It's-
Okay, how are we going to subtract the water if we are fish? You know what I mean? You can't
I get you.
remove. Yeah, you can't remove the actual thing that causing the system to be the system and for
Boy.
our brain to function and electricity to shoot through our bodies, the nervous system, all that happening inside the body. Like, yeah. So a rock. You reckon a rock has a charge or not? But a leaf falling from just sitting on the
Yeah.
ground, does it have a charge?
let's say a leaf is falling to the ground, okay? And you understand that static electricity and magnetism only provide a certain amount of acceleration, right? So you calculate how much acceleration that leaf is getting on its way down. And when you subtract that, you're left with a certain amount of acceleration that this leaf has experienced that you don't know what force attributed to that. You could say it's gravity. I don't know what you guys would say.
Fields that are there, it's not static electricity. It's electrostatics and dielectric and magnetism.
Yeah.
If you take dielectric fields and magnetic fields, then you can get electricity. But these fields are there. Like we're what you're talking about. Like we've already
They're there, yeah.
I don't even know. Like yeah, we already went through the gravity stuff with you.
They're
and we got
there.
on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the sun is
Evidence
moving.
for it.
Yeah, the sun is moving. You know, when you wrap a wire around the nail and you put some electricity, some energy through it or whatever it causes. Well, there it is. The sun is moving around. You know, it's going around and around, and it's charging the sky, right? That's causing all kinds of things to happen. I mean, it's causing the magnetic field of the Earth. So how are you going to isolate that? How are you going to isolate gravity from that? How are you going to isolate a force from that? If that's the thing that if the only real force we can work with and verify is electromagnetic force, and all these other three forces are blah, they're theories, right? Models.
Yep.
Then we can't you can't isolate something that you don't know what is from something that you know what is and definitely works. You can't, you know what I mean? How you
No,
gonna
all
do
you can
that?
say is that there's an acceleration left behind
If
that
you
you
can't
can't account for.
but you don't even know what it is. Like if
Yeah.
I ask somebody what gravity is, they'll say, "Oh, it's the mass of the Earth pulling everything. It's the mass of the Earth bending and warping
Sure.
space time." Right?
Wait,
Sure.
That's-
So without defining what it is, what you can say
you
is that
said that
But
when
then,
if you do that, then there's an
why does it have to
acceleration.
stop
Are,
there?
is
Like, why does it
so
have
you
to stop?
remove these other fields, and are you calling acceleration a field?
Why can't it be gnomes pulling things down? Why does it have to be the warping of some whatever why can't it be gnomes? Why can't it be unicorns pushing things down?
Well, it's
Because
obviously not
unicorns and
gnomes
gnomes
because
aren't
they're
cool
not
words.
invisible. I see them on lawns all the time.
Well, then how can you isolate it? How can you isolate the unicorns and the gnomes and gravity,
Hello, can
whatever?
anyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Truth.
Sorry, Truth, we can't. Go ahead. I just wanted to finish my point. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm lighting up, and when I start talking, everybody else stops. So I'm assuming everybody can hear me, but no one's.
No. We were giving you the floor, I
Let me
think.
know if you can hear me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, thanks. Someone. Spoke.
Truth, do you have me muted?
No, he said that as if, like, it categorizing
Yeah.
acceleration with these.
I think Truth
fields,
has me
you remove
muted.
These other fields, and you're left with. And you think he's going to mention a field, but he says acceleration. So I'm wondering if he thinks acceleration is a field.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
He went on different, so I guess. So
Did you hear what Truth
sorry,
said?
I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
don't hate me, man.
Truth, you might have Glat Flobe muted. If you can double check that.
Or not, whatever. It's all good.
can you hear Glatflow, Truth?
Truth, I think you might be lagging.
She can't hear shit.
I guess not.
Who, me?
She muted Saul.
No.
He's deafened, and I don't hear anyone else. If anyone else is talking,
Hear
let me
me?
know in the text.
Hear us?
Yeah, Glad and Bong were talking.
She can't hear you either. She can't hear anybody.
Okay, my bad.
Crazy. So, gravity. What do we do about it?
Nothing.
They want to say, they want to use it all the time.
Much ado about nothing.
Gravity exists.
Well, what do you want me to do with it? Can I make a pie out of
You
it?
can't do anything with it. That's the point.
Can I bake a cake with it? What can I do with it? Like, what do you want us to do?
Earlier, you guys were talking about the vacuums, and we can't create an environment where gravity can be manipulated, or whatever down vector is happening can be manipulated, or what have you. So since we know we can't even test part of the hypothesis, we can't go further, how are we going to prove it either way that it's a thing called gravity, that it's a downward force, especially getting pulled to the center of a molten iron, i.e. non-magnetic core?
Spinning.
Gravity exists. Things fall. That's gravity. The downward acceleration. Things being heavier than the medium that they're in. Just like levity exists. Things rise. That's levity.
Okay.
Because things are less
Fine. So this effect is happening,
lighter than the
correct?
medium there.
What's the
That's it.
cause?
The Globers they get crazy with the cause. They
Right.
just say bullshit. But the fact is, gravity exists, and we shouldn't they hijack the term of the effect for the cause, and we can't let them get away with that. You know, levity and gravity and density and they're words that they represent
Yeah,
the
because
truth
they
of
need
our
it
world.
So we're
And they try,
hijacking.
we can't let them just hijack the terminology.
I don't.
Don't be afraid of the word
Has a
gravity, is what I'm saying.
It has a specific definition.
It was never my word, so how could it have been hijacked? So it's like, like, who
If
uses
the word
that?
force
Bro.
is in the definition for gravity, it's incorrect.
Bong Sao, man, if you read up on Ibn Sina and Al-Biruni, and back in the day, they used this term, like the classical writers and intellectuals of the past, density and levity and gravity, they were well used, and without necessarily requiring the heliocentric model.
Oh, that's great, but I'm
I'm bringing levity back.
Future, and we think differently. Yeah. Too bad for them. They're dead. We're not. We still get to use our brains and think about stuff and look at stuff and experience stuff and learn stuff that people can't. They're just dead.
I mean, if you think you're smarter than Al-Biruni and Ibn Sina and Plato and them, that's on you, bro.
I'm smart
I
enough.
wouldn't go that far.
I'm smart enough. Smart enough to know that when I look at the earth, right at the ocean, I'm smart enough to know that it can't be a ball. I hope that's smart enough.
I don't know.
You're appealing to an unfalsifiable past at that point.
What?
You are appealing.
How am I appealing to an unfalsifiable past?
Unfalsifiable past because you have no idea what happened back then, or if Al-Biruni was even a fucking guy.
Of course he was. They have the actual writings of him. They have correspondence from him. They have expositions from him to other people.
It was because you were talking about went on to a different one, right? And he was saying that there must be a force to cause the sand to go back in place. And this was like his logic for gravity, because we were talking about the logic of the lack of evidence for gravity and believing that it exists still yet. Right. And
I mean, that was like 15 minutes ago.
friend, I appreciate.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going, guys.
Right now, I'm saying it's very arrogant to say that you're more intelligent than the intellectuals of the. Go ahead.
She can't hear people, I don't think.
Yeah, if you haven't actually read the works and stuff like that, and you can't just say they didn't use the words, and then you say, okay, they used the words, but I'm smarter, when you haven't read about these people at all, or their works. That I mean,
I can read all day. Did you reproduce this experiment?
I've read
what experiment? What experiment are we talking about?
Exactly.
Right now? Exactly. We're not talking about an experiment. Please talk about what we're talking about.
I read about Jesus.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What does this have to do with Earth measuring flat?
You always have to take it there? You can't talk about anything else?
I mean, if it's a ball, it has curve. I don't know what else needs to be talked about. Can anybody change my mind on that?
Right now, I'm talking about how gravity is not a scary term.
Yes.
It's a term that
we've been talking about it for quite some time now, and we've presented to you,
don't have to interrupt
everything that you need to know about gravity and more, and then some. And there's other parts of the server that you can go to and learn about it. Maybe we should change the subject back to flat Earth.
Maybe you shouldn't interrupt someone when they're talking just because you don't like what they have to say.
Maybe you shouldn't say, maybe you shouldn't, after I already gave you the suggestion that you're going to follow now. Let's change the subject.
Maybe imitation is the best form of flattery.
Thanks, bro. So, let's do it. Earth measures flat. I've measured it. Have you? Don't call me a Debbie Downer, man. It's curvature. It's either there or it's not.
Yeah. I mean, even the term flat Earth is starting to annoy me now, because people don't care about it. They don't care about anything. They just care about the term and all the stupid shit, propaganda that comes with it. They don't care about. So I'm like, what are you guys doing? Why are you guys here? Why are these people here? They're here to mock the term flat Earth. You know, they're not here for knowledge. Sorry, just ranting a little bit.
Percentage guy, do you think gravity proves something one way or the other about the Earth measuring flat? That's what I'm saying. And if you don't want to talk about it, that's cool too.
Every time we bring up the curve, man, like what?
Yep. Scatter like cockroaches, dude.
Must have been something you said,
Oops.
bro.
Didn't mean to turn the light on.
You said the C word, bro. Like shit. Told you wait. Okay, wait until they're comfortable, like, you know, like, then bring it up. Like bring it up too early and be like, oh, I'm not, no, too much math for me. You know, curvature.
It shouldn't be even math. It shouldn't even be math. It should be right out our window. We should be able to see it at some point, right?
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I was trying to say earlier today to that guy that was here. What's his name? You know, the icy guy, the Iceland guy. I was trying to tell him that. I was like, so how do you know you're a man? He's, oh, are you questioning my man? You want me to send you a picture? Oh my God, why would you say that? I was like, bro, how do you know? It's like, well, I know.
They take it all different kinds of directions. Aside from giving us empirical evidence.
It's like, so you don't believe that. So you know because you look, you experience it, right? Yeah. Exactly.
Well, what the gentleman before was saying is that articles on the internet are empirical evidence, at least to him.
I
just don't think that's right. You know what I mean?
I can put an article on the internet.
Right. These articles up here. I mean, they're not uninteresting by any stretch.
The AI generated articles.
But they're not applicable when the Earth measures flat.
Yeah. No, exactly. When people say, well, you think you're smarter than Einstein? I was like, dude, I'm way smarter than Einstein. Why? The guy's blind.
Here's the best part. You don't have to be one instance of intelligent to notice that we're not moving.
Exactly.
Then it's flat everywhere. Get up in a plane. Look at that. You're looking over thousands of miles when you're in a plane. Okay? Thousands.
Yeah.
It's done. You're done.
We have to just be smart enough to know when you see flatness that it's not flat. That's how smart you have to be. You have to be smart enough to see a flat table and know it's not a flat table. Got it. So what is it? It's a ball table. I have to be smart enough to know it's a ball table. Got it.
Yeah, I mean, at what point does visual distortion stop explaining their fantasy?
Right. Exactly.
How far does that go, right? How far does the distortion go? Well, I guess it's infinite because it's just going to distort more and more as you go, right?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I like the so it looks flat? Yes, it looks flat. But it's a ball? Yes, but it's a ball. Okay, I win.
It's almost like they just want to talk about it with us. Like they know they're wrong. They're just coming in like, I want to chill with the flat earthers for a little bit.
All right. That was a great ladies' night. Fantastic. Yeah. One of my favorite flat earthers, Glad Flo. Good to see you in here, my man.
Welcome back.
How's your snizzle and la pizzle, whatever.
Yeah.
Never mind.
It was a good ladies' night. I like that it lasts so long too. Yeah. I was about to say 4 more hours in the chat, but I know that they're probably most of them are asleep now.
I would have seconded that. It's like 4 more hours. 4 more hours.
It's cool though. It's a nice build up during the week, and then it's an actual show when it happens. I like it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. New people, right? New ladies. Yay.
Yeah, it seems like every ladies' night now, there's new ladies popping on, joining.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's so cool when they're moms. It's like, oh shit. Another generation.
Well, it's cool that they're they're flat Earth moms. I think. I don't think there's ever been a generation of flat Earth moms. I think this might be the first in history of something like that, right? That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. What kind of men are those going to be like?
Devastatingly useful men. That's what we're going to be. Mm-hmm. Right? Gotta be.
Actual balls. Like, yes. Got your curvature right here, bitch. Bow. Oh, man. Hurry up and grow up so we can go to war.
Now.
Training must begin as soon as possible. Can he walk? Yes. Then he can train. Give him a sword.
Well, the point is not to have to train.
Exactly. Let's go fishing. Yeah. We go fishing for our training, bro.
I'm such a bad fisherman, dude. If stuff goes haywire, I better find a place to live that I don't need to fish to live at.
It's all about patience and patience. And
right.
patience.
So
nimble hands.
Yeah, I'm all set. I don't need any more patience.
Very careful. Yes, the fish.
If I want to work on my patience, I just come here and ask for curvature measurements.
I just go watch my weed plants grow.
I don't have that capability. Lucky dog.
I start eating the leaves like, gonna make tea.
Yeah, yep. I knew a guy who had to wear gloves because he touched it so often that, he'd get sick.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, constantly handling it, and I just got him started to make him sick. Took too much, man.
Yeah.
I think that also means he didn't wash his hands much, because, anyway.
Who knows where his, everything in moderation, right? As I bask in my garden of weed, everything in moderation.
Well, it's not like you're, touching all of it and smoking all of it right now.
Yeah, it's not like I'm running through it naked, like, gosh.
Like last week.
I got that last week. I was drunk, so that did the. I used to read about how they make hash back in the Middle East, back in the old days, when assassins were. It's like they have these naked girls run through the fields. To collect the resin and the. It's like, oh, okay, that's
like
different.
Bees going to pollinate.
Collecting the resin and then they'll scrape it off their skin and make the hash off of it. The sweat and everything. Right. What is this?
What?
Is this
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Well,
and I keep thinking of that story. It was like, that a dream? I better go look that up again. No, it's real.
Man. Hold on a sec. Let's scan for Globers. Olive, was Olive just talking too much? Oh.
You fell asleep.
Oh, she did. That's funny.
Yeah.
Good for her. Get some rest.
Good for her, yes. She did get rest.
She's going to wake up and know exactly what happened.
The harvest is ready. Let's run. What? I got this.
Pizzizzle, are you still there? I never got a chance to talk to you.
I'm back, and no.
Pizzizzle.
And no? You're not here, but you're back.
I'm back.
We'll go with that one. Have you learned anything this evening?
No.
Sweet.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. What was the initial reason for popping on by tonight?
Not to get questioned. Just to listen.
And you haven't learned a thing?
No. I've learned a lot about other people and how they misunderstand things.
Oh my gosh. You didn't
Yes,
learn.
Globers are wildly entertaining in that way.
So you didn't learn anything. Were you even listening?
When?
What were
When I,
you
when I was
listening?
when I was deafened and muted earlier?
I didn't do either of those things.
No, I was deafened and muted for 20 minutes just now.
Oh,
Do you think
cool.
we are a disc? Do you think that we are a disk in space flying up at 9.8 meters per second square?
No. I mean, a lot of you guys say it's stationary.
Okay, do you think it's a disk? Do you think we think it is a disk?
No, I heard her reaction when I called it a disc. I heard.
So that's not in your mind anymore, right? Like a disk is not in your mind. Like what do you have in your mind right now?
Well, do you have a model?
Well, I'm asking you if you have a ball in your mind or a disk in space in your mind. That's what I'm asking.
Do you have a model?
Yeah.
The globe?
Yeah, globe. Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
So if I have a model Lamborghini, but I've never seen a real Lamborghini, have I seen what the model represents to be able to compare it?
You've seen what the model represents, yeah?
No, because I've never seen a Lamborghini. I just have the model of it, right? So how do I know it's a real Lamborghini unless I take the model over to the car and be like, yeah, fuck yeah, look at this is pretty accurate. How do I really know? Look up the word empirical and come back to us.
Pretend it's a girl, yeah? The girl sends you a photo of her, but you've never seen the girl, okay? And you're looking at a photo, okay? And then you go meet the girl. She sets it up, like, okay, let's meet. And then you go meet her. And then you look at the photo. It's a hot blonde, right? You look at the girl. It's not a hot blonde, right? You see? Like, if I give you this picture of this girl that I've never seen, and I say to you, this is that girl, does the picture matter? Does the model matter if it's not even the girl?
He left.
Oh yeah, well,
Man,
for all the
I'm just kicking him out, aren't I? I'm almost sad. Sorry, guys.
it's for all the other internet daters out there.
It's
Am I
from
doing
us, too.
something wrong, or are these guys just not able to answer questions and so they're leaving?
He said he was deafened and muted for 20 minutes.
They got tired. That's what happened. They're like, I'm bored. I'm going.
It wasn't red. It looked like he had his self deafened and muted. And I looked in the voice log and no one, I didn't see where anyone muted and deafened or unmuted and undeafened him. So it looked like it was a local deafen and mute.
Like his?
Self.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went AFK. That's what he was saying.
Right. And we caught that, but whatever. Next.
There's no reasoning with the illogical. That's one point I would like to bring up.
Yes, spot on.
How long did we spend on him? Like 2 hours or something?
It was a long time. That's why I came in with an attitude. You heard me coming in hot, man? I was like, okay, guys, well, but, you know.
Well, I mean, no reason to have an attitude with him. Look, I pushed him into the conversation. He didn't want to have it. He was just there to listen. I wanted to get into his mind. And it's like, how else was I going to make the conversation go as long as I could? You know, Indio said earlier, try to go past midnight or as long as it can go. And it was like he was at the right place at the right time.
Yeah, I get that totally. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Truth, you did such a great... Truth, you did such a great job. Oh my gosh. You did a great job.
Correct.
Oh, wow, thanks. I was expecting to
couldn't
get
all
some
this with her.
like criticisms or remarks, or you should have.
No, not at all. Not at all. You blasted him with all the right information right at the right time, and he had nowhere to go. And you could tell he was just backed into a corner, and he was like, like you could tell how they act. But anyway, bravo, and your demeanor was like calm the whole time. It was a great conversation to listen to. It was just fantastic.
A classic
I
flat
got a little
smack, indeed.
honorary.
You guys
I got
kicked
a little
ass.
honorary and smartass there a few times, but like it could have been way worse. Hey guys, I have a question because you guys said that I was lagging it out as if when I was trying to talk there at the end a little while ago, it was also while you guys were talking that I must not have heard you. So look, I left and I came back in, so apparently everything's fine now. But I have a question, and you're the only ones that can tell me when Bong, when you were talking to him, and I heard him say, "Well, if you," and I think it was percentage that was saying it. I heard it. Tell me if I heard him right. Did he say if you remove or isolate? He said, "Yeah, this is what I heard him say. Tell me if I'm right. If you remove the electrical and the magnetic, or I think he was calling it electrostatic and magnetic fields, then you're left with, and I'm expecting him to say a field, right? Some field that you're left with because you're removing fields, right? But anyway, he says if you remove the electric and the magnetic fields, that you're left with acceleration."
Yeah, yeah, that's what I heard. Acceleration.
They still don't have a cause. That's the problem. They still don't have a cause. They have no proof of a cause.
But that's creating a paradigm where it is in making the inference, like you have the logical inference to make with that paradigm that he created, with that statement that he made, is that acceleration is a field.
Hey, why was Olive 22 muted? She was server muted. I unmuted her, but did something happen I'm not aware of?
No,
She just fell asleep.
I think.
She fell asleep. Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
Rumor is she crashed out.
Crashed out. Too much flat smacking. Crashed out.
I sent her a message to let her
It's a healthy
know.
response to a quality flat smacking for the evening. Passing right out, right there on the mic.
Yeah, you wouldn't. He was talking about the leaf, but we're not talking about while things are falling. We're talking about also when things are resting, because apparently the reason why things are resting is because of gravity. So we're not talking about things falling. We're talking about things resting. You know what I mean? When things are at rest, they're saying that it's acceleration is left, but no, that's wrong, because that's not how you look at things that are rest. Whatever force you want to say is applied to it is a fictitious force. And nothing's pushing up and down. Thing is resting. It's just resting where. It's, but
Awesome. Some people take a hot bath after flat smacking.
Yeah, but when you lift the rock up, right? When you lift the rock up, and then now it's not resting. I mean, it's resting in your hands. You know what I mean? Like when you let it go, okay, now a force is active. Now something is. Now it's not at rest. Now it's floating down. I like to say that now. It's floating down. It's flying down. Yeah. Yeah. And when you fill a helium balloon and let it go, it's falling up. Right? Like so. And then it rests when it gets to the top. It's not falling up anymore. You know what I mean? Like there's no force. Like there's no nothing is pulling it. No, like nothing is causing it to go up and then stay there, or causing it to come down and stay on the ground. Like, why doesn't it go through the soil, the rock? You know what I mean? Like, matter, charge, all those are connected. You increase one thing and you decrease another. You increase mass, you decrease certain kind. I mean, the displacement of the ether of the medium, it's all so nothing is falling. It's like what are you talking about? What acceleration? Nothing is accelerating.
Why are they so obsessed stuff falls? Like it's like caveman stuff. Okay, what about there's no curvature? What about that part?
Yeah. Why do we have
yeah.
No.
Why are they hung on this thing? Oh, shit falls. Okay, well, that's interesting. Yeah, we were looking at that when we were little kids. I saw all kinds of stuff fall. Yeah, okay, great. Anyway, we're talking about geometry. That's a little more interesting. You know, you got circles, radiuses, spheres, like all those kind of things. Isn't that more interesting than stuff just falling? Come on, Johnny. Look over here at the actual shapes of things. Let's measure some of that. Instead of watching stuff falling all the time and asking, why does it not fall? Only God can answer that, Johnny.
Sonny, it sounds like your mic is like all the way down your throat.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. Okay, let me turn it down. Sorry.
It sounded like after a while.
Thanks for telling me. Yeah, I don't want it to be all. How's that? Better? It's green.
That's a lot better. Yeah.
Okay, good. It's showing green now. Okay, good. Awesome. Yeah, you're lucky I don't plug my guitar in. We could check my interface and see if it's. That'd be fun, actually.
I don't mind loud guitars.
Me either. I don't trust people that. Anyway, never mind. I don't trust people that don't do ganja, Mom. That's all I'm saying, Mom. Ja, man. Don't trust them, yo.
I should take up that rule. It's a good one.
You don't smoke a ganja. Something wrong with it.
Did you know the your endocannabinoid system is part of your immune system, and it's why you get sick?
Yeah.
I'm not saying to go smoke a bunch of weed. Just smoke weed. Say.
Didn't say how much. Just
smoke it, or eat it, whatever, ingest it. Put it inside your body.
You have to cook it first if you ingest it. But yeah, so
get
seems
it
to be just made for us. Seems to be made for us. Like that's interesting, huh? A plant grown on Earth that's made for human beings that are from Earth
with this receptor.
How strange. Why would
this plant has it? So all these other plants have stuff for all these other receptors, but this plant has the stuff for this receptor? Well, duh.
Everything.
Where is it supposed to come from? What, the sun? Well, that'd be cool, but it comes from plants, man. Like you gotta eat it. Yeah, how it works. Wow.
Is your friend flat earther yet, Sonny? Or does she think you're crazy? Bit of both.
The second.
I'm glad I'm learning which joke not to use certain times. Anyway, I don't want to get in trouble by the entire female.
Do it.
I don't know. I wouldn't profess that. I don't know yet. I'll wait till she's ready to make her own decision, and she'll tell us.
The body of science is in the way. I got you.
No, it isn't. She's not. She's very receptive to everything I've exposed her to, which in 4 days has been a tremendous amount. If you could understand what living with me is like. I have Flat Earth Discord on almost all the time. If I'm not like playing or doing something else, I got you guys on all the time.
You got to do it, man.
I've got a caterpillar killing my shit, man. That's why I don't want to take photos anymore.
Oh, bummer. Caterpillar's gnarly. How about listen, neem oil.
Yeah, that's what I use.
NEEM. Neem, it's natural, organic. It's an insecticide, fungicide, and
bugs don't like this stuff.
What, do I spray it?
Yeah, spray it. You put it in water.
Dilute it with water and put it in a spray bottle.
Mm-hmm.
And they won't come around. It'll kill any bug that, like, if they eat it.
The plants don't get affected by it?
No.
Thank you.
It's awesome.
It's perfectly natural.
And it's cheap.
I don't know. I just got really happy a little bit. Thank you.
It's awesome.
So, listen, when you spray the caterpillars, I don't care what they are, the caterpillars, it's going to kill them dead.
Okay, thank you. I've been killing caterpillars and freaking eggs all week, man.
You probably have a bunch of that stuff there.
No, I'm trying to isolate it, man. It's like, what the hell? Okay, found more.
Hey, why is Olive muted?
She fell asleep.
Oh,
is she crazy?
All crazy.
She was killing it earlier. She was all psyched.
Yeah, ladies' night was pretty awesome today.
Yeah, it sure was. I wonder what this guitar.
I mean, it got gaslit a couple times, but that's normal.
I wonder what it sounds like in this.
Well, it has to be a ball. So.
Yeah.
While I smoke this, let's give this interface a try. With this.
I've noticed the logic is basically as simple as you're using a computer. It's a globe. We're on Discord right now. It's a globe. Don't you have a car in your driveway? It's a globe. It doesn't end. It doesn't end. You can name anything.
Like, how dare you? How dare you use the phone that the globe made for you?
Bong, were you here for the Big Mac thing? What was it? McDonald's hamburgers. I literally was 30 minutes of disbelief.
I was like, all the machines that mass produce your hamburgers. I was
incredible.
Like, wait, where do I get? Where do I get these machines? Because
that sounds like something you hear at Gamma.
I was like, are you calling these 15, 16-year-olds that work at McDonald's machines?
Check.
Okay. Oh, no, you're good. We can hear you. Go ahead. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that blew my mind.
Let's hear what this sounds like.
I was like, so cheeseburgers. That's why it's a bowl.
Yeah.
How are we, guys?
Hey, naked girl.
Hey.
Yo.
How's it going?
I just wanted to quickly announce basically that the tide is turning, right? So we had a convoy in my local town in Victoria in Australia.
Yeah.
Probably about 150 cars. Did a convoy for the pandemic thing.
Yeah.
And after the convoy was finished, we all got together. It would have been about 150, 200 people. And I got the microphone just to talk about some legal things, some constitutional things. And at the end of my speech, I added that it's about time we started to recognise that it wasn't us that was going around the sun, but the sun that was going around us. And literally every single person cheered. And then for the rest of the afternoon, we all spoke flat Earth. So,
wow! How many people? How many people were roughly? Well, good job, mate.
Thanks, guys.
Who was that? Who was that masked Aussie I just heard?
Anthony.
Oh, hey, Anthony, man, how you doing?
Australia, represent, yeah, mate, in the house.
Okay.
Australia.
Mike, check. Let's check the volume on this, baby.
Oi! I told ya.
Yeah, the Aussies are waking up down here, guys.
Get your guns back, man.
Yeah, we're calling guns back.
Yeah, man. Australia number one. Australia number one.
I don't think they can hear.
Number one.
I barely heard it, Sonny. It was like super background.
Number one. Australia number one.
I don't want to be a downer about the fake-demic movement, but it seems like they've just moved on to the violence games, the new game now.
Yep. It's like that, eh? All right, then. Well, these guys.
What's next?
I spoke to at least 70 or 80 people today, all very normal people that were all ready to start asking questions about the nature of the Earth, just because
That's incredible.
Probably 3 or 4 years ago they would have said, well, how can a conspiracy be that big? How can they hide the nature of the Earth? But now they know that conspiracies can be this big. They all know they're all involved in this one that's going on now. So there's obviously the silver linings of this pandemic that most of these people are starting to realize that the Earth isn't moving.
That we're being lied to about everything.
Yeah, pretty much everything. In fact, on the subject of being lied to, Sonny, can you check your PMs? I need to talk
He's
to you
deaf.
about.
He's deaf and he's deaf.
Okay.
Yeah, I just noticed.
Oh, he is too. Or anyone, if anyone's heard from Iggs, PM me. I'm after Iggs. He's my boy from Melbourne, and we haven't heard from him in a while.
It's been a few days, but he was in the Discord.
He was in the Discord.
Yeah.
How long ago, bro?
This is a few days ago.
Just a few days. You sure?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Are we talking about the same person?
Yeah, Iggs.
It's
Iggs.
just Iggs. It's not Iggy.
Nah, just Iggs.
Oh shoot.
IGZ.
Okay, never mind. Wrong person.
Damn it. All right, never mind. Back to the discussion. I'm back to delivering pizzas. God bless everybody.
Drive safe.
Cool.
Australia's cool. No.
Yeah, I guess ladies' night wore everybody out, huh?
The ladies wore everybody out. Yeah. They yeah. Did pretty good.
Fucking Big Macs, man.
Just gotta make your own Big Mac sauce. You know, like, yeah. And you can have Big Macs every day at home.
Still waiting for Eddie Bravo to come visit the Discord.
Look into it, right?
Yeah. Oh, I did. I did.
With the pointing the finger. Look into it, bro.
Joe's on the other side of the table, knowing it's flat and playing it off.
Yeah. Let's play a game, all right? I'll be the Glober, you'll be the Flat Earther. Yeah, it'll be a great show. People are gonna love it. We're gonna have both sides watching us and shit. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And none of them are gonna hate us. That's the cool thing about it. See, isn't that cool? Now you can have your blue-pilled and red-pilled audience both loving the show. That's how you do it.
Yeah, Eddie Bravo, he said he wasn't even, I don't even think he was kidding at all. He said every conspiracy makes sense to him. And as soon as he said that, I was like, holy shit, that's exactly how I feel. Don't they all? Even if it's not real, it could be possible, you know, especially on the flat earth.
I think if you can think it, it's already been done the best way it can be done.
That's a good, yeah, he actually brought that up. Remember that? He used a good example on the podcast. He was like, take this situation that I'm going to think up right now. He thought up this whole situation. He was like, since I just thought that up, it's been done, or it's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Made a lot of sense.
Yeah. You learn this too when you're little, right? You know, when you're, all right, class, I want you to write or draw this or do that. And then you guys all do your thing, right? And then you turn it in and you notice, hey, you copied my idea. No, I didn't. See? You both thought of the same thing, you know. So it's like it's been thought, you know. If you've thought of it, someone's thought of it too, and it's probably improved on it. So yeah, when people say, "Oh, you're paranoid," I'm like, bro, you don't even know what paranoid is. You don't even know what you're talking about. Like, you don't even know what paranoid is. Like, I'm not paranoid. Like, you don't know
Yeah, I
what
don't even
paranoid.
think. I think if even if people were following me and I caught on to it, I don't think I would be paranoid about it. I'd be like, wanted to go ask him what's up.
Well, the thought is paranoid to a lot of people. When you say, "Hey, what if?" and then you say the conspiracy.
Oh
People are like,
yeah.
"Dude, you're
Like, why
paranoid,
are you
man."
even
It's like,
questioning that? Like some
yeah,
guy
why
said
you
earlier today.
right? And like, go take a conspiracy to somebody and say, "What if?" As if you just thought of that. They'll look at you like you're paranoid. You're like those fucking flat earthers, man, or something. Like those tinfoil wearing hat people.
Yeah. Once you're on the flat side of things, the other side is terrifying. The psychology behind it. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
I know
still
that.
I'm still wrapped up in it. I can't. I'm dropping veils every day,
Yeah,
but
I remember
it's hard to speak about. Go ahead.
in the Navy, I had some paranoid friends. I'm making the paranoid, right? Oh, truthers in the Navy,
Yeah, I
and
spoke a little bit
we're
about it
telling.
then, but I was less. That was
Yeah,
years ago.
yeah. I didn't. I thought they were paranoid. I was like, these guys are paranoid. You know what I mean? Honey, is that you?
You were
Yeah.
saying you thought guys in the Navy were paranoid?
Yeah, the truthers trying to tell me, the
Oh,
truth
I was pretty
about
much the only one.
government. They're telling us that telling me that the government is evil, that I'm in the biggest gang in the world, that I'm hurting people, pushing buttons, people dying, and I was like, dude, you're fucking paranoid, man. Like, I didn't say that, but in my mind, I was like, man, these guys are paranoid. No, I was a normie, so
I'm just doing
so
my job.
yeah.
Oh, you
So
were the
now,
normie. Oh
I'm
shit.
not. I'm not responsible for my actions. I'm just getting paid for my job.
I just joined for the college fund, man. Like, what are you talking about, man?
I haven't been
Trying
a
to get
normie
paid.
since like 15, probably.
And then
I
I
was an
stopped.
atheist for a little bit.
Yeah,
It didn't last that long.
yeah. So when I tell people things, I know that they're looking at me like, is he paranoid? They're looking for signs of paranoia. You know what I mean? You're trying your best to just
You
sound
probably wouldn't
really
have to
like,
look that hard. Paranoid people
It's
are
like a crazy
pretty
person
obvious. Oh yeah.
looking at you to see if you're crazy or not. That's funny.
you're trying to look all
Yeah, you
nonchalant
can't
about it.
hide paranoia. That'd be
I
hard
heard
to
you.
do.
I don't know about that. You know what I'm
I
saying?
gotta talk to some paranoid people and see if I can tell.
You gotta talk like you're not paranoid. You gotta say paranoid things like you're not.
Back in the day, as a kid smoking weed, people were like, "Oh, you get paranoid and all this shit." I remember what that felt like. That did feel like paranoid. Looking around all crazy, looking for the cops and all this kind of stuff. See what I mean? You get crazy, but then again, you're high. So.
Yeah, only paranoid when you're going to get charged for a non-crime.
Right. I guess that's really all it is.
Oh,
All that went away for me as soon as I the first time I ever got high was like a huge realization for me.
yeah.
And that all occurred on the flat Earth.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, I know. Still is, actually.
Always has been.
Right now, as a matter of fact, somewhere.
There's some people that go ahead, Bong, go.
I know. I have a question for Stormfire. I would like to ask how did you become an atheist, and how did you break the programming? How did you like?
Ooh, man, I hope I have a good answer. Let me give this a good shot. Let's see. Started off young in church, never took it seriously. Had atheist friends in school, in high school. And that was like big reinforcement. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay. This got the science, got these friends telling me what's up. And a big thing they would bring up is like the Crusades and this kind of nonsense of like holy men slaughtering people, basically.
Yeah.
So it's just so reinforcement and that kind of type. And then
Yeah.
I
Would
guess
you
it must have. Go ahead.
would you say like the government tries to program that into you through Hollywood movies and school, and then your friends are also
And video
uh,
games. Don't forget the
yeah,
media.
and video.
Yeah.
Because I always say that obviously, like to me, the government wants you to be atheist. They tell you all
Oh
these
yeah,
atheist
totally.
lies in school. They tell you all these
And the
gender and
Pope.
whatever programming they want to program you, and it's always going to be anti-God, anti-biblical.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's exactly
Isn't
what
that
I've
funny?
noticed. And once
Isn't
I
it
got out of
funny?
school, go ahead, Bon.
No, it's like, the people that they were saying, the holy men that are killing people, right? Or the Catholic Church, right? And it's the same people that
Exactly.
push the globe out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Making, yeah.
But yeah, Northern Rebellion. Yeah, you're spot on, man. That's exactly what I've noticed, and it's continuing. Um, it was in my siblings. They're younger than me. Saw it in them, and actually, my youngest brother, he uh, he did come to realize, but I don't know how he came to realize. Like basically, this all needs a creator, like 100%. I should ask him. I think I see him pretty soon.
yeah, because to me that's like the heart of the debate. Like in the end, the Globers that are coming here are mostly atheists, and they know subliminally, subconsciously, they know that flat Earth proves intelligent design, and it scares them, and that's why you get the hamburger questions and the sex robot
Oh
stuff,
yeah,
and
exactly. Yeah.
because they'll do anything to avoid accountability.
Right. Or even not necessarily accountability, even though it's in there, like purpose, purpose to everything. You know.
Yeah,
The
if you
spinning
ask,
monkey ball religion is like there's no
yeah,
purpose to anything.
but yeah, like yeah, to me, like I said, they know that it proves all their atheist beliefs incorrect, and the many different reasons they continue to deny the evidence and double speak and whatever they like I said, they'll do anything to avoid the consequences.
Yeah, there's countless millions of alleged Christians that are Globers, hands down, man. I know tons of them.
Yeah, I would say that they probably didn't read Genesis.
They don't even care. The logic isn't there. They just disconnected totally.
Or they read it and then they watch like space stuff right after, and then it's just like but they don't think it's literal, or they just it's a story, it's whatever. But yeah.
You have a Seventh-day Adventist friend, and she says, um, she knows a guy with a large telescope, and that she's seen planets, and that basically that's enough for her, right?
Yeah, it's
So I don't know. I don't know what to say. If that's enough, I mean, I know what those things look like. It's not much. I've even looked through telescopes. The only thing impressive is the moon through a telescope is pretty impressive. It looks like the texture of the moon looks like freaking something weird, something like sulfur maybe or something. Something really strange, like cheese. That's probably why they say it's made out of cheese because it looks like it.
I know a guy with a big telescope.
I know, right?
Like, are you being serious? Is that your real answer? It's like, yeah, I mean, I'm serious. I know a guy with a big telescope. Hold on, I'll be back. Let me just go. You just got to go laugh over there, bro.
Yeah, it'd be hard not to laugh. So you have to like hold it in. Be like, ugh.
Nah, it just sounded funny.
I should probably think some crazy. I mean, flat Earth's like the last thing I came into. I've already known about everything else.
I know a guy with a big telescope. What does he say? Are we talking about actual telescopes? Yeah, well, like one of those big ones that is connected to a server type of telescopes.
I mean, one star trail video, and you know the Earth's flat.
Right.
Yeah, are they feeding the live feed to NASA?
Well, yeah, you're not getting like you're not looking through a telescope and seeing, the epic, awesome image that you might see on a Hubble telescope or on the TV. Like, really, from Earth? Yeah. So what's all that hubbling about? Like, what was all that about?
Right. I'm curious.
I
about
just
that.
want to see what NASA's seeing. That's all.
Right.
Yeah. I want to see what the Lucifer telescope sees.
Right. It's like, so I don't get it. Why bother with Hubble if we can just see everything from Earth? Like,
Why would the Vatican care so much about the stars if it's just some random chaotic bullshit up there?
why do they own the telescopes? Like, why doesn't the USA own it? Like, what the hell, man? Like,
Pretty sure the Vatican cares because there's signs up there. It's that simple.
yeah. So the Pope does science. So they're what? So they're you know what I mean? It's like, so they're studying science. Yeah. Okay.
I heard someone
Yeah.
talking about the Pope recently in here, and
Yes.
it didn't sound good. It was something like, how can the Pope be against evolution and things like that, but be
Oh,
a
yeah.
glober at the same time and all this kind of stuff? And
Yeah.
or actually, I think it
Bang.
was you, Bong. I think it was they were talking about
The Big Bang?
They're the ones who created all this stuff, but they're also the ones who, like, I think they were thinking they're the ones who wrote the Bible or care about it or something like that, which they didn't.
He didn't know that the Catholic priest came up with the Big Bang and that
Right.
the globe came from the Catholic Church, because in his mind he's like, yeah, but these two contradict each other. Why would they both come from the same source? Like, I don't know, but it does.
Yeah.
It does.
I'm gonna play one of my favorite games. Who's that Alberuni guy? Is that the full name?
Alberu, yeah. The guy that discovered that, whatever, came up with the
I
radius.
haven't heard this name before this Discord. I'm sure it's nonsense. Let's see. Do you any idea how you spell it?
AL BURU, is it B Baruni? Boruni? BURUNI, I think.
Oh, okay. It's two words. That was It's
Yeah.
a guy that's like hyphened or something.
Yeah, he's supposedly like a Muslim scholar from 1400 or 1600 or 200, whatever.
That's believable.
From the ancient
Father of modern geodesy.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
Ball stuff, ball earth stuff.
So this guy is versed in physics, math, astronomy, and natural science.
Yeah.
Astronomy in the 1400s?
I bet.
Oh no,
I
it's
bet
even older than that. It says in 1017 he traveled somewhere.
I bet he's never been to 40,000 feet.
It's over 1,000 years ago.
I bet he's never been on an airplane. What would he know?
He didn't. He didn't even have a wheel, or like they barely even had fire, supposedly.
He
So
didn't
this
even have a
says
computer. He doesn't have Google. He doesn't have a lot of things, that we have today. So it's like, who?
it
From
says this
when?
dude is influenced by scholars of other nations, such as Greeks, from whom he took inspiration of philosophy.
Yeah. It was all put together at the Library of Alexandria. It was all brought there to, I mean, if not to come up with the globe, then what for? I mean, is there another reason to because we went into the dark age after that library burned down, and then all of a sudden, out of the darkness comes light, right? The age of enlightenment.
Did you know that there's a statue of Al Biruni outside of the United Nations office in Vienna?
No, let me look that up.
Just type in statue of Al Biruni.
Yep.
Or Al Biruni statue.
Who put the statue there? Because whoever put the statue there probably figure out why the statue was put there.
Yeah, I'm still looking for the Earth in the image.
Yeah, I think I found it. Is this him? He's like holding a vase.
He's holding like a globe too, in one of them.
Oh, okay. Maybe there's multiple of them or something.
Yeah, I'll post it in the live stream.
Oh, is there 4 statues of him?
Yeah, it says there's multiple. I
Like
looked
they're
at
close
it.
together, right?
Help me, OBL Baru.
Is this with or without gravity?
Without. Oh, yeah, I see it. Okay.
Well, look at that.
This dude says, yeah, he was born 973. This is way back.
Oh yeah, he still could be alive today, huh?
Good point.
Al Biruni.
If only he made the right choices, he could have been alive today.
I wonder if he ever found the globe.
So, yeah, how is this? Yeah, so that statue is saying, I am propaganda. I was put here to propagandize the globe. Look at me play with these balls. You look at the statue and it's like, oh, it's the heliocentric model. Well, how do you know that? Well, look at the balls. Duh. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, cool. Just in case you didn't know, I'm Al Biruni, and look at this ball in my hand. What do you think it is? It's the globe, duh. It's like, good boy. You may go. Oh, is that it? Yes, that's it. Tell your friends. We already know, man. Right? Right? Like, oh, hi. Have you guys seen the globe today? Yeah, like a million times. Well, here's another one. Okay. All right. Right? It's like,
I thought they thought it was a sphere, though.
yeah. Anything that looks like it could be the Earth, it's like in your face all the time. Like, hi, we're in the New World Order. The Earth is a ball, first of all. Okay, all right. And now we want to conquer the world. Okay. Do we say the Earth is a ball? You already said that. Okay, the Earth is a ball. All right. depopulation. You know what I mean? This is how they talk. You know, it's like, hi, welcome to the. Thank you, everybody, for being able to make it to today's meeting. As we all know, the Earth is a ball, and we will now start our meeting. Okay, cool. And that's like life every day, all the time. Just like, especially if you watch TV or go out to public. You know, people like, oh, did you hear about the global pandemic, or the global this, or the global that? Just want to keep reminding everybody that we have people in space fighting for freedom and hope, justice, those things.
We're talking about Space Force? What are we talking about?
Yeah, astronauts. You know, heroes of renown.
Yeah, I went to the aviation medicine school for hospital corpsmen, right?
Oh, cool.
And at the school there was like a whole section of actually I think the astronauts go through the building that I was in. They're like some kind of aviation training.
Yeah. You saw
so yeah, they got pictures all over the walls of all these guys, right? And ladies. Look,
astronauts train here too.
Yeah, that's basically what it's saying.
Yeah. Wow. This is real. That's real because I'm real. Because I'm in the Air Force. And because those guys are training here. That means those guys are real. Wow. So awesome to be training.
I think the story is that they're all Navy pilots. That's what I got from it. Yeah.
Astronauts?
Navy pilots, yeah.
I heard that too. I heard because Navy pilots were the best. I was like, yeah, but you know the ones that actually go into the rocket? Like, which ones are those? Freemasons,
yeah, those
right?
people, the people on the ISS, those are not Navy pilots.
Those are not Navy pilots. Yeah.
It's exactly who I worked with was docs and pilots in the Navy.
Yeah, I wonder why not. I mean, if they are Navy, if there are
pilots,
it's probably secret society, family connections type of pilots. Not that you'd ever need a Navy pilot, an actual Navy pilot, to be on TV or lie on TV, right? Rockets, fucking Chris Hadfield. Just saying, like, unless you're,
there's never been anyone inside those things. Good lord.
Yeah, like it's like. So you guys train in the water? Yeah, we train in the water. Wow. Why? Isn't space the opposite of water? Good question. Yes, it is. Well, actually, we're falling. Wow.
Yeah, a bunch of guys in my field. That's exactly what they did. They'd monitor those kind of tests, barometric tests and water type things.
Doesn't make sense though. Like, I see people that jump out of planes. I see how they look when they're falling. Right? It doesn't look like water. Like, why would you train in water for that? I don't get it. Like, you're going to the opposite of water, where the medium is almost nothing. Nothing, I guess we should say nothing. Yeah, where there's no medium and you're training in like thick, dense medium. It was like, wow. Why do you even wear that space? Like, aren't you supposed to wear some kind of like metallic thing that doesn't explode because of the pressure? Like, hey, how old are you? Old enough. 16. Why?
There's only 1,000 reasons why all this stuff wouldn't work. As soon as you leave the alleged protection of Earth, the rays are just going to cook you up instantly, right? And the radiation too.
Well, the vacuum. When I was little, I always used to be fascinated about like astronaut suits because of the boots, because of shoes. It was like, all right, so I know they don't have shoelaces. Duh. Wow, what kind of shoes do they have? It must be like, and you look at the shoes and you're like, oh, what the fuck, man? Like.
Well, you see, getting to space is like a boiling frog. you just go up and up and up until, well, by the time you're at the vacuum, I mean, there's just really nothing there.
I used to really think really hard about the vacuum of space, what it would do to your
Just enough
eyeballs.
to thrust off of. There's stuff to thrust off of, right?
Have you seen Total Recall?
Yeah.
Arnold
Which one? I
Schwarzenegger?
think there's a couple now. Probably seen
The
both.
the Arnold one.
The old one, the Arnold one. Yeah.
You remember when they were on Mars in the atmosphere and they're like,
Oh
they're
yeah,
all,
I can't even forget that. I mean, those scenes were legendary.
yeah. I always
Yeah,
think
man.
about them when I think about astronauts and
Right. Me too.
ISS. I'm like,
It's either like you
how?
turn into a ice cube guy or you like implode or something.
Yeah, explode. It would explode. It would rip. It would anything with air in your body, lungs, and fart, everything would explode. I'm like, poof. Like why? Because the vacuum of space is like, fuck you, man.
You know, when we
It's
no
like,
one but flat earthers talk about 10 to the minus 17 Tor. Have you
I
noticed
don't even
that?
say.
No
Yeah,
one
I
knows
know.
what the fuck that means.
It's like, hey, 10 to the minus 6, I think, is 12-inch. 8-inch concrete walls, and that's the best we can do, man. Like -6 or something like that. I don't know. I don't even want to talk about -6. 17 is like so. So did you put the astronaut suit in the
Oh man.
-6 core vacuum chamber? Can
Oh,
we see
people
that?
do people realize like how big that number is? Like how many numbers that is?
Yeah. Like, dude, I'm a scientist.
Insane. It's not
Yeah.
like the Big Mac that the homie mentioned earlier that's like $5. We're talking numbers that are stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the numbers of space are stupid, of course.
Yeah. Not just stupid, just like I want to see it explode stupid. You know? Like, where are the experiments? Like, shouldn't we be experimenting with the -6, 10 tour? Like, let's see something explode. Let's put a watermelon in there. Oh, that's cruelty to vegetables, dude. It's like it's a watermelon,
Well,
dude. Put it in. I want to see it
astronauts got
explode.
like
Right.
200 days straight of experiments on the ISS, so they're really putting overtime in.
Yeah, I'll be there with my notebook and everything. All right, ready to record data.
Couple Russians come up, couple Americans get off. They got a great system going on. It's amazing.
Didn't
Yeah.
Peggy stay up there for 666 days?
Days, man.
Yeah, and he had to cut himself each day for the blood sacrifice.
Yeah, I was like, what does that do to the human body? Like floating around, no gravity. Your blood just floating around for 606 something. 666. Let's just say 666. It's appropriate. Might not be accurate, but it's appropriate. How many months is that? Divided by 30. Yeah. What does that do to the bones, right? To the bones.
Yeah, not putting any weight on your bones for 666 days.
What does that do to your vestibular system?
Hey, real quick, back to the breaking the conditioning.
Yeah.
I think my best answer is the system in some way needs a certain population to wake up, and I think I was part of that. 'Cause it started with Alex Jones for me, and just grew from there. So he's certainly
Yeah.
playing some role. Just when
Well,
the very first thing I saw was him ranting about cops. It's literally how it started. Yeah, a rant on YouTube about cops.
maybe you know about Revelation of the Method.
No, that doesn't sound familiar.
That's why there's so much programming and pre-programming in the movies and TV shows that they pretty much tell you what they're going to do because they believe that it absolves them of guilt, or that you're doing it to yourself because they told you what they're going to do and they showed you and you're too stupid because the
You didn't do
programming and the
anything about
poisons and like they told you, but you just don't care because you love money.
Yeah.
Right. The love of money.
Yeah, you got and you got to survive. There is survive. It is survival, but like it's a tough.
Yeah,
what
but
are you going to do to survive?
You shouldn't be surviving alone, but they've made that like reality.
Yeah, so like they tell you what they do, but different people are in survival mode. Some more than others, and some are older and healthier and younger, and so it's.
Yeah, but if you think about it on like the material level, you could be surviving on a small farm pretty easily. But to a lot of people, because you don't own the Tesla and have some like blonde with fake boobs, you didn't really do it right.
Oh, yeah, they trick
You
you
know what I
with the
mean?
Hollywood programming and the white picket fences, and you need this, and you need the 401k, and you need to retire, and we're spoiled. We live
Oh, the list is endless, right?
a first world life, and like say your internet goes out for a day or two, and you're pissed off and breaking things. Not like it's like, dude,
I'm
that's
not gonna lie,
extra.
I
Like
hope it
this,
goes
like
out, but I'm gonna miss this Discord. Where's the flat zone when shit hits the fan?
yeah, but yeah, my point is like we live a high end lifestyle. We have so much free time.
Yeah, exactly.
So like we're spoiled. Like
We are spoiled.
when people moved here where I live 200, 300 years ago, they came with nothing. They built mud huts and started the fields and farming from nothing. They didn't have anything. They chopped the wood for heat and burnt the firewood and cooked on the fire and like so.
It's incredible, man. I know.
So compare that 200-300 years ago to what we are now, and it's like
In some way, I think we're missing out. You know,
Well,
everything
because of
now
the
is so easy, but we have like a vast knowledge compared to someone like that. When it comes to unnecessary knowledge, really.
if you want to control like a society or civilization that lives in a high tech world filled with information, right?
Right.
I mean, I think you would probably do
Filled
the
with
other
useless
thing, where
information.
you overwhelm them with information and entertainment and all these things. That's how you brainwash, like, an intellect, I guess, like an advanced, right, like a technologically advanced civilization is you overwhelm them with it, versus 1984 where you withhold information, right? You obscure it by just overwhelming them with it until they don't, until you're like, fuck all this, I'm just gonna go watch some sports or do something else. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know how to interpret it. You gotta go to school to learn stuff, like the news, this, that, you know what I mean? And or with pleasure, you overwhelm people with pleasure, with all these vices. And
Yeah, it all takes time, which is limited.
yeah, like a frog in a pot, on the fire, right?
You can only do so much, yeah, before you go to sleep.
But you don't know what to look at. You don't know what to pay attention to, right? There's so many things. It's like, but if when you go into a restaurant or a fast food joint and there's only two burgers on the menu, it's easy to make a choice, right? You just that one or this one. But if you go in, there's all these choices. It's like,
Red Robin menu. I think it's got to be like 20 burgers.
so by overwhelming people with choices, all these things you could do, you don't know what to do. So you do the next easiest thing to do, or if you're confused and over, you just do whatever have a drink or gamble, whatever, like one of these, whatever is your poison.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Brave New World.
I would say the internet's the best and worst of the world because you can communicate and spread ideas, but you also see and hear the worst things. So then it comes down to what you emit and what you're saying, and that's the only thing you can control, I guess.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, you're right. Recently, I've been. Go ahead. Good.
No, I was just gonna say because you could come on here and attack everybody all the time and put that energy out there. You could you could do like so. It's
Yeah,
whatever you,
that's
yeah,
true.
whatever, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I ever come on attacking here, but I do. I don't know. I like to try to bring up things for Globers to think about because they always. I don't know. The logic disconnect is such a problem. You know what I mean? It's like the passports were found from the planes exploding into buildings. You know what I mean? Like, how can you believe things that are impossible? It just doesn't. It doesn't make sense. Got my conspiracy reference there.
Yeah.
Some people that think it could be a simulation, they think anything is possible. Or
It's the first time
maybe
I've heard that was in this Discord too. All this nonsense about like, oh, I'm 99 point blah 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 percent sure of this, but it's like, why are we wasting our time talking about that kind of bullshit? It's so dumb. All this stuff about things not existing or they do exist and all this stuff. It's like, what? That's how far out we've gone with it.
Then you just ask them, are you objectively talking to me on Discord?
Right.
And then they'll be like, I can't prove that. And then you're talking to a crazy person.
Exactly. I've heard it. I've heard it in here. It's nuts.
Oh, yeah.
But to be honest, I don't doubt that they are crazy either. They probably are.
who are you talking to, right? What? Talking to the voices in your
When
head
it comes
again?
to Discord, you're
how
gonna
do I know I'm talking on Discord right now? How can I prove that? And then you're like, what? I'd be like stunned. Like, what? Who am I talking to?
Discord is amazing, but you're gonna get gamers, you're gonna get nerds, you're gonna get
all kinds.
fantasy, deep fantasy furries. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Internet people, right? People that grew up with the internet. As they're gonna get. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I thought. It's like, because we didn't. I don't consider us, my generation. I'm 40. I didn't grow up with the internet. The internet came out while I was growing up.
Yeah.
Say I grew up with the internet.
I saw the progression of the whole thing.
Right.
You
like kids who were babies and had phones in their hands, right? Kids who grew up were babies and YouTube was rolling. You know what I mean? Like, that's a totally different generation. Like childhood and everything. Man, I've seen fucking 3-year-olds like strapped to their mom, right? But they have this freaking tablet in their hand and their mom's just dragging them around like a freaking.
Oh wow!
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, I think I've seen that.
What age were you when you got your first cell phone?
Pardon?
What age were you when you got your first cell phone?
Like 26.
Yeah, same here. Like 26. YouTube came out 26. Like MySpace 23. So like, yeah.
I think I was either 19 or 20, and I had got the first flip phone.
So the people coming in now, they had their first cell phone at 6 or 8, or they were have the
Whatever
tablet
age,
in their
yeah.
hands at 3 years old. Like I never had a tablet till I was like 28 or something. Like who knows? Like 25.
I didn't have
We're
that stuff,
sitting-
but I had Nintendos and all that kind of shit.
Exactly. We're sitting in front of the TVs, right? And then getting bored and running outside and doing stuff,
Yeah,
falling off trees
that's
and
pretty
shit,
much
right?
what it was. Yeah, play
Yeah,
some video
like
games, get
YouTube.
bored, and go run out.
Yeah, see, the
Like you-
boomers would be like, "You guys had Nintendo," so they would use the boomers would use Nintendo against us in the same way we're going to use the tablets against the
yeah,
younger.
Yeah, it's true, but it's gotten progressively worse.
Yeah, it's a steady growth. Each generation's going to be the technology's going to program them, and the technology or the generation before them is going to say, "Hey, like that's why you're like this, or that's what programmed you."
Yeah.
but because like I think every generation is supposed to be isolated from the next generation. That's why my dad would say to me, "Oh, what do you get from that? Or what do you get from this? Why are you always doing that? Back in my day." So I
Well,
think,
that's true. They won't even trust you what you say, probably.
well, that's what I mean. Like us and our children, if we don't do that, if we always know, keep up with the changes and what's going on and how it's changing and how what you can do to, change the behavior of your child. You know what I mean? Because they understand that you understand that they understand. You know what I mean? Nobody's being left behind. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's no like barrier between you guys. You're old. You don't understand how things work nowadays. You know what I mean? Like I
Right.
think that'll kind of bridge that gap so that, you know what I mean, so we understand our children and they understand that we understand. Because I mean, I can't relate to a lot of the things. I can't relate to that kind of childhood, and they can't relate to our childhood. But at least we'll have some things we can relate to each other about, like
Yeah, it's a big
dad. And,
problem. Like a 20-year-old right now thinks like a 80-year-old's like a joke, basically.
Don't you think a
yeah.
lot of this is by design?
Oh yeah.
Yes, of course, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's design. Yeah, and we have to see the design and counter it. Like yeah.
Yeah, it's generational. It's generational. They'll take it. I'm with you on all this.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, my grandfather and his dad, and then my dad and
Yeah, those
me, and
dudes were badass. So I'm
yeah,
nothing compared to that, man.
Right. Yeah. But we shouldn't do it to our. I don't do it to my son, so I try to keep up.
This reason right here, this is exactly why I decided that I'm going to have children. A long time I didn't want children, but I do now because there has to be some good people to carry things forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you don't have to.
you might have to nowadays. You might have to find someone that's against the juice. If you know what I'm saying.
Well, you don't have to. You don't have to. I mean, you can always be a role model because there's a lot of
That's true. That's true.
children
That's true.
that don't have father figures, so you can always be someone's role model, and I think that's powerful, just as good.
Yeah,
Just
that
as
is
good.
just as good. Yeah, I'm not trying to take anything away from it. I currently don't have kids. I just mean passing it forward to the next generation is the more important thing. Whether it's to children or I agree.
Yeah, but you could do that now. You know what I mean? You could do that now. That's what I'm saying. You could do that now, and then when you have your children, you'll have like a system going or something. Yeah. Man, you guys know about web 3.0, all this crypto stuff,
Nah, I
technology.
don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
I avoid it for some reason. I've avoided it. Everything. I avoid all tech except for like the latest video game.
It's weird,
Programmed in a strange way.
I mean, it's weird. It's good, but it being good
Yeah, it sounds like I'm missing out on making money.
also makes it bad. Well, it's good for like because the idea that no one can control it, or the idea that the governments
Yeah,
can't shut
I don't
things
buy that.
down. Yeah.
I don't buy that at all. That's why I haven't gotten into it after hearing how cool it is.
Yeah, but I think everything is moving there. I think they're going to.
Oh,
It's
we're going
going
there
to.
permanent? Okay.
Yeah, everything's moving. No more centralizing things. I don't. It's still they're still working out all the little problems that they're having with it. But
Well, wouldn't that mean like people's state check is a digital currency instead of a dollar representation?
oh, they have stable coins. You know what stable coins are? It's exactly $1. So they got that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you just want to, jump in and then look around, see what crypto you want to, or it's always $1. So that's an investment in itself. But yeah, it's because it's because of speed. It's all these things. But
Oh, I see what you're saying.
decentralizing.
Yeah.
See, I think it's to create some kind of utopia. Get everybody.
It makes sense. Thinking exactly where you're headed with this. Back in the day when I was young, I was already thinking like, well, why don't they just have all the money be digital? Wouldn't it be easy? I thought about this shit not long ago.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It's like, um, how is this the question is like, man, how the hell they going to get everybody chipped? Like, what does that even mean? How are you going to do that?
Well,
Then
why
when
would
you
they
look,
need that?
because that's the goal. The goal is
Is the
to
mark
chip
market
everybody.
somewhere?
So yeah, to know where
I
you
have a
are.
quick question.
Yeah, what's up?
Can you give me some evidence of why the Earth is flat?
Of why it's flat? It's like
Of
asking me.
how it's flat, sorry.
Oh, of how it's flat? Well, can you give me evidence of how a table is flat?
Is it
That's
just
the
a pancake with a butterball, like a space turtle under it?
The real answer is it's fucking way more badass than you could imagine, is what it really is.
Can you please not swear, please?
I can give it a
Okay.
good shot.
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 26.
No, the little one. How old, are you? 13 or older? Because you have to be 13 or older. That's Discord. Just say yes.
I'm 40 years old.
Say I'm 13. Okay. So I guess. What was the question?
They took off.
I got rid of them.
Oh, okay.
Not even taking chances.
Yeah. All good. All good.
They were in
All
here
right.
earlier. I think they got muted. Well, all the evidence they got was a few curse words from me.
Yeah, I don't think they were honestly looking for answers.
No, they weren't. You're right.
Yeah. Not the right place to practice.
Yeah, you always notice, just like even McToon debate or any debate, they always want to ask the questions. Get what a flat Earth. Give me your evidence. And then you ask them, "Where's your measurements?" And it's a spiral, and it's over. Or you ask them for evidence of gravity, and it's over.
Yeah, I went back and listened to Witsit and McToon, probably 2018 or something like that. It was a few years back. Maybe not that old. Maybe only 2020 or something. But it was pretty good. It really made the globe arguments look sad. It was a good job.
It's like I don't care about flat Earth. That's not what this is about. I am here for evidence that the Earth is a ball. That's it. That's all I care about. Like, what flat Earth? What are you talking about? Everybody knows. Everyone is saying it's flat. It's flat. It's flat. Yeah, that's flat. Who cares? Where's the evidence that the Earth is a ball? Because that's how this all started. It's still going and still the same question. Like, got any evidence for
Yeah,
this
I mean,
ball that you're
even
talking
if
about?
you base it on like the sun moving and other things moving in the sky, I mean, it's all moving so slow, you know?
Yeah.
That to me is enough for me. It's like shit. Look how slow that stuff's moving, guys. We're not flying anywhere.
Why are we looking up? What are we looking at? It's like, stuff in the sky is moving. But yeah, look, the plane is moving too. Oh, look, it's a bird and it's moving too. Yeah. So, where's this evidence of a ball?
Yeah, so stuff moving in the sky proves that the Earth is a globe.
Oh, look, moving. That's cool. So, about that curvature that we were talking about earlier.
It's almost like psychologically the distance gets to you in some strange way. It's like that stuff's so far away, you know? That's what they're thinking.
I would say it's their whole life is built on a fantasy and cartoons and make believe, so that they believe that they can see forever. They believe in the
That's Disney's
cartoons. Like,
job.
their whole existence is a lie, and it'd be hard to break through that. Like,
So you're saying spheres are flat like tables? That doesn't even make sense saying that, right? It's like flat's not your fish. You're saying spheres are like cubes? Like, no, yeah, no, yeah, no. Is it flat? Is it flat? Does it look flat? Yeah, it's flat, duh. Oh, yeah. Is it a ball? Is it a ball, though? Yeah. So it's a ball, but it's flat? Yeah. Hold on, let me just go over there real quick. Just gotta laugh real quick. I want to laugh in your face because it might seem rude.
I don't know
Make it
where the number
offending.
70% came from for the water.
76.
But if 76% is flat, then what are you looking at? You know, put that in your mind. What are you looking at? What is it?
We're looking at bending water that looks flat. Am I right? Did I say that right? Did I say that correctly? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah. We are looking at a ball that looks flat. I know I said that right, but did that sound right? And you could just talk about it like that. Like, why aren't you taking this seriously? I don't know. I don't know why I'm not taking it seriously. You're saying balls look flat. Why would I take anything seriously? Like,
Yeah, come on, Bong.
my
Don't
finger.
you remember that you're in one of the arms of the Milky Way galaxy?
Right.
Come on, man.
One of the arms swirls, right?
Hey, Bong. Hey, you guys. Hey, is Earth the only ball that only measures flat all the time?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
You know what? If you say that, they're gonna be like, "Oh, well, the other balls out there are huge. You definitely would have an even bigger problem."
Yeah, but how come you can measure a ball? Like if you go to the beach and you have a beach ball, you can take a tape measure around it. You can measure circumference. How come Earth is the only one that only measures flat every time we look and measure it?
Satellites.
I had a better question. I was like, so Earth.
No answer to that question. Wait, Bong, you just rode by my question. So the silence is golden. So no answer to the question. Okay, so I think the answer is it must be. The next question is, how confident are any of the globers here that Earth is actually a globe in a percentage?
It's 95% or higher, according to all the globers I hear.
Only when
No, what about the ones here Anybody?
Oh, they're in here
Anyone?
right now? There's probably no Globers in here.
So if you go to Jupiter, it'll look flat too. But you have to put money. No. It only looks flat, Ron. So
Why
big.
are all the other planets that we've never been to and don't know what they are, except that they're the lights in the sky? Why aren't they flat too?
Witness. Witness doesn't have a Earther role, so maybe there is one Glover.
Oh, really? Let's take a look then. There might be a remedy. VC verified witness.
You know why Rob Simmons made it into a sphere? Because
Hold on, witness. Hold on, witness has ladies' nights, VC verified Bible study, and link image embed role. So witness is all hooked up for now.
you know why Rob Simmons made the blue marble a sphere? Because pear shaped looked too ugly. Think about it, right? Like, right? Like, well, it looked like a pear. It kind of looked weird. So I thought, I don't think this is what people want to see. You know what I'm saying? So, blah, 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 all the stuff he said. But that's what I think. Yeah, that's what I think. If I was a baller, I'd be like, that's why they lied. Why? Because pears look ugly, too. I thought it was a potato. Like, whatever, man. It's a beautiful sphere. Look at our beautiful home. Yeah. Too bad it doesn't look like a pear like it really does, right? Too bad we don't see the real thing. It looks like a pear, dude. Can you be like, that's the conspiracy? That's the conspiracy. Yeah. That's what they're hiding. Your ugly ass home. Yeah. That's why you want to go to Mars. It doesn't look like an ugly ass potato because of gravity. That's why it looks like a potato. Because of gravity. Look it up. But it looks flat, It looks flat, yeah. Shit, man. I think I'm angry. What the hell? God. Shit, man. Sorry.
I think my brother wants to play some games. Happy
Nice.
flat weekend.
Have a good weekend,
She'll
bro.
be back.
Yeah.
Did anybody see the CNN hit piece?
Which one?
CNN did a flat Earth hit piece yesterday. I'll post it in the live stream.
A Flat Earth Society hit piece, or
They're just they tried to do like a psychological evaluation on flat earthers, and then they're mentioning about like Nazis and flat Earth connection, and yeah.
Flat Earth videos do not rack up huge views. You know what Flat Earth videos rack up huge views? Flat Earth Society videos rack up huge views. Where do these people learn how to write? Dumbasses. Oh, it was intentional. Oh, my bad. Never mind. It's like they're scared. It's like they're all scared. This conspiracy theory is going to convince everybody. And then we're all going to go back to the Stone Age, which is a lot better than depopulation. What do you guys think? I think it is. Down with the computers. Yeah, let's destroy all computers. Oh, he said it. Let's shut them down. He said to destroy all computers.
He's anti-science.
If that will not hold up in court, it's not enough to shut them down. Ah. CNN. I remember struggling to watch CNN when I was like 9. I was like, what are they saying? I still struggle a little bit, but not as much, you know. I know more words now, but it doesn't help.
Yeah, I used to just watch it, and then obviously I would just believe the opposite of everything they say. So whatever they say, I just know that the opposite is true most of the
I
time.
know what they're
99%.
saying. I just can't comprehend the meaning. I know the words, just don't know the meaning. Like, what are they saying? It's gonna be a long, dark, cold winter, boys. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? See, oh, I don't know, man. What the fuck? Wait, this Game of Thrones and shit? I don't know. Fucking Biden and yeah, CNN. It's like you need some kind of decryption algorithm for what they're saying, right? What does that mean? Hold up. Decrypting. Sorry, rant over. I'm gonna be quiet. In computers, when you download a file, you gotta run this program on it called SHA-256, right? To verify that what you downloaded hasn't been tampered with, right? So when you watch the news, you hold on, what? I got a SHA-256 this shit.
Did you unzip the file or whatever?
Yeah, to verify it hasn't been tampered with. I need a SHA-256 algorithm for the news. You know, when you turn on the news, hold on, let me open up the program.
I wonder if by like 2050, artificial intelligence will be able to locate the curve.
Oh no! I think artificial intelligence is going to be on our side. Earthers, yeah, we are the resistance. Come here,
I mean,
AI.
if AI can't find it, how can a human find it?
Yeah, like look, AI. Let me tell you something about people, about humans. Okay. Yeah. No. Yes. AI is not really a thing. It's just it's rocks. It's just something that came from rock. You know what I mean? Right, Michelle? AI, right? Crawled out of a rock, right, Elon?
I thought
AI,
the
right?
rocks are your brothers and sisters.
Right? Right? Like, don't you? I guess I shall tell you. It's like, so you like AI, Michelle Thorne? Oh yeah, AI is wonderful. Is it life though? Did it crawl out of a rock, start assembling itself into a code? No, Elon Musk made it silly. Oh, Elon Musk made it silly. But you crawled out of a rock, though, right? And then you made this code that didn't crawl out of a rock. Sorry, man. It's being silly. You know when you laugh too much and you get silly? Stop. Just laughing gas.
Yeah, imagine. I don't know if Discord was around. I guess it was in 2015, 2016. I imagine that there would be a lot more time of like bashing the globe because you're discovering all the things that don't make sense in the globe, and you spend hours and days laughing about it, and then it just like then you discover another thing and then another thing, and the heyday of 2015 to 2017.
Yeah. Well, it was more like there's a lot more crying for me because that's when I discovered. It's only after like I don't know like 3 years, and that's when the laughing starts. That's when you stop crying, you stop getting angry, and then you just start getting silly. You know what I mean? because because that's what you have to do to survive. You have to go into some kind of dissociative mode if you want to stay sane. The world is fucking crazy. And you're supposed to run around pulling your hair out, yelling, the sky is falling? No, I have a better solution.
Either you go in public and you have to listen to them say the dumbest shit and not say anything, or you go into public and then you try to correct them, and then who knows if they're going to fight you or if it's going to be an argument or if they're going to like become a flat earther. So it's
Because I like joking about it because it's so ridiculous, right? I like to get ridiculous with it because it's so ridiculous, right? And when people start looking like, what's wrong with you, man? Are you just gonna be totally disrespectful? Are you just gonna like just you're an asshole, man? It's like I am an asshole. Wow, the asshole. Listen, what does the ocean look like to you? Right? It looks flat, right? Yeah. And what is the Earth? It's a ball. And I'm the asshole.
you think you're better than me? You're smarter than me. You know something I don't know.
And you saying I'm the ass? Come on, man. Yeah, hopefully they'll realize the ridiculousness, right? I don't care if they think I'm stupid. Like they're the ones saying the Earth is a ball. I'm like, oh, and you want me to care what you think about me?
It reminds me of like when Witsit and Kai debated. Can't remember two people, a guy and a girl, and like they were having fun, laughing, and the two Globers were like stressed out and like scrambling, and like you could totally tell like we're
Yes.
just having fun debunking you, and you're like struggling.
I mean, it can get bad, it can escalate if it gets personal, but as long as you're directing the mockery and ridiculousness to the model and to the people who are lying to us on TV, right? It should be, they should be eventually be laughing with you. Think about it, because there are a lot of things you agree with people agree with you on, like doing the right thing, like not stealing from people, right? Like not lying to people about certain things. Like you guys agree. And when they start realizing, oh shit, we agree on a lot of things, hopefully they'll start laughing with you and realize that you're not joking. That you're not laughing because it's funny, you know? You're laughing because the world is fucking crazy, and this is the only way you can cope and survive in it without losing your hair, your eyebrows, and everything else. What did you think it was funny? That was. Did you think I was laughing at you? Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, I think what they want us to do is get really frustrated and gaslit. Oh my God! Oh my God! You know what I mean? And start going out like, oh my God, what's wrong with the world? And just stress the shit out of yourself, like.
Yeah, I have fun with it. Like I've been in the middle of like a poker game, and then somebody's like, "Well, you think the Earth is flat?" And then I don't even answer. I'm like, I didn't feel like debating or like
I
they
would
try
have
to throw a
laughed.
yeah they try to throw a jab. I'm just like, and then other times we'll discuss it, and I'll just like laugh and have fun with it. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Because any one of these people is potentially an agent. And they can show up at any time. No one who has ever fought an agent has survived, Neo. But where we have failed, you will succeed. Oh man, predictive programming. Oh man, the 12 Monkeys, man. You remember that? You guys remember that movie?
Was that Brad Pitt or something? Or
Yeah, Bruce Willis. You had to go back and figure out where the source of the virus is. When the source of, you know what I mean?
How come it's only monkeys that can live on a spinning ball?
Because they have
You can
tails.
too, Sonny.
Pardon me? What'd you say?
I said you can too, not just the monkeys.
Did you
I
say
don't know if
you
I want
cancers, not just the monkeys?
If a toucan, you can.
A toucan can.
If a toucan can live on a globe, you can.
If
I
you
don't think
think
a
you
toucan can.
a toucan can.
I think if you believe you live on a globe, you do.
I
I
do.
think I think anyone that lives on
You
a
think
spinning
I
ball.
believe I live on a globe? Is it a globe, really? No, I don't think so.
I'm talking about toucans, not you, Sonny.
I don't think they think they're living on a globe.
I wonder where they think they live.
I don't think they think at all. They're a bird.
Toucans are supposed to be highly intelligent creatures.
Neem oil.
I think it has something to do with their beak.
No, I never looked up the toucan.
They eat a lot of fruit too. They eat a lot of fruit. Maybe there's some behind that. I heard they eat from the trees. I wonder if they think the trees are spinning. I don't think they care. They're probably like, what the fuck are these humans doing? Like, I'm just eating fruit. Leave me alone. They go hang out with their toucan friends.
Despite its size, the toucan's bill is very light, being composed of bone struts filled with spongy tissue of keratin between them. The bill has forward-facing serrations resembling teeth, which
Huh.
historically led naturalists to believe that toucans captured fish when they were primarily carnivorous. Today, it is known that they eat.
Carnivorous. Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead.
well, they thought, yeah, evolution. Research today, they
It's the Big
mostly,
Bang, dude.
yeah, today
Big
that
Bang Bird.
it is known that they eat mostly fruit. Researchers have discovered that the large bill of the toucan is a highly efficient thermoregulation system. Wow.
Maybe they're
So
trying to
it's
regulate the global temperature.
What kind of system? They have what kind of system?
thermoregulation system.
Thermal regulation system. They have a heating system. Holy
Yeah.
snikes.
Is the ability of an organism to keep its body temperature within certain boundaries, even when the surrounding temperature is very different. Yeah, that's.
Hey, which bird do you think is the most flat Earth bird? Like, for
Probably
real?
a pelican. Probably a pelican.
The flat Earth bird? Could be. They'd go diving at the water at high speeds.
Well, how do you measure the
Do you think
flatness
they
of a
account for
bird?
curvature?
No.
How do you measure the flat Earth?
No.
It is a highly efficient thermoregulation system. Though it may still be advantageous in other ways, it does aid in their feeding behavior as they sit in one spot and reach for all the fruit in range, thereby reducing energy expenditure. And it also has been theorized that the bill may intimidate small birds so that the toucan may plunder nests undisturbed. The beak allows the bird to reach deep into tree holes to access food unavailable to other birds and also to ransack suspended
So
nests.
they pilfer other birds' nests and ransack the eggs out of it.
It's the
Seems
pirate.
They eat fruit, dude. It says they eat fruit, dude.
Yeah.
But
Well, they
there's a
ransack suspended nests.
carnivorous toucan.
They go get they go eat the stockpiles from the dumb birds. The birds were so stupid that they tried to hide their food from the toucans, like deep into the holes. And the
Hey,
toucans is just like, dude, I've got a bill, you retard.
So I don't know. It's kind of off topic about birds again, but like the albatross, some of those birds fly like literally. How far do they fly? They fly like from like Antarctica to North America, and then back to the same like nesting ground and like wherever they nested first. Every year they go to the same place. So how do they find their way? How do Glovers account? No, I want to ask. How do Glovers account for birds finding their way if it's a curved ball at 8 inches per mile square? Do you have any? So they're just on a Sagitta too, even though they're a bird in free flight. I don't know, man. It's like it's too hard to cope with. I can't take it anymore. I'm sorry.
All right. Still some neem oil.
Got
Yeah.
that off my chest. I'm glad.
Hey, thanks for the neem oil suggestion. I'm gonna try and just down the street. Cool. What? It's oil. Oh, it's a natural oil. Okay. Cool. What is the neem? What is neem?
How about NASA pay us back our natural cash with like silver or gold for restitution?
They're investing heavily into space, dude.
Well, they're gonna crash because Witzik came on and talked about them. They're gonna crash the ISS 5 hours after.
Oh. The neem leaf is
It
used.
happened right here on 24/7 Flat Earth Discord live.
The neem leaf is used for leprosy, eye disorders, bloody nose, intestinal worms, stomach upset. Loss of appetite, skin ulcers, disease of the heart and
Are you
blood
talking
vessels.
about birds having an upset stomach? Wait a second, you lost me
Oh,
there.
neem. You know the neem oil you said? The neem plant, tree,
Oh, neem oil. Yeah. What does it do? You're talking about what it does to them?
Yeah, the leaf is used for leprosy, eye disorders, bloody nose, intestinal worms, stomach upset, loss of appetite, skin ulcers,
It cures stuff, huh?
fever, diabetes, gum disease, gingivitis.
That's probably why nobody's heard of it.
It cures
Yeah, I was thinking the
everything. It
same
cures
thing.
everything. I don't know how to consume it though, so I don't know to trust the source, but I just use it on my plants.
Check it out. The leaf is also used for birth control and to cause abortions. Don't tell anyone that.
Don't use that if you.
You know what? I'm not going to tell anybody about this. Let me just leave it here.
Yeah, but I heard that it does have health benefits.
I'm just going to grab the oil. Yeah, skin.
It's probably
skin.
like 2 drops in a gallon of water or something though. Tiny
Yeah,
amount.
it's good. But what about all many things cause abortion and birth control. Like, just go away, man.
Hey, taboo topic there, Bong. Keep it on track.
What is this? Yes.
Why can't a pregnant lady see her toes when she's 9 months pregnant?
Yeah, that's a nice one. Yeah. I was gonna say trees grow on the earth that is flat, but that's better.
Curvature.
I'm
I
getting
just like to
tired of Globers, dude. Globers have no idea what's going on, dude.
They don't want to have any idea. You know, they're like,
Aren't they in a sad state? I agree with you. Isn't that just so bizarre?
hey, why does the ball look flat? I don't want to talk about it. Why not? I don't know. I'm just here to listen.
I just don't want to be. I want to hear you. I want to hear what you flat earthers think.
I just.
Somebody should make a
I'm just waiting
compilation.
for the Earth to present itself as flat.
Somebody should make a compilation.
Like tomorrow when you go outside your door again. Anyway.
How do you feel about the LGBTQ or whatever? I forget.
The what?
How do you feel about the LTBQRS?
I think they're a psychotic band of sociopaths. Next.
How do you feel about ABC?
How do you feel about A, B, C, D, E, F,
I don't know,
G,
dude. I saw it on PBS.
Like,
How do you feel about the letter
That's how I
P,
feel.
Q?
They told me about the globe on Reading Rainbow, man.
Oh, I know. That's a crime right there.
Don't take my word for it.
We're taking notes on all these crimes against humanity. Yeah, it's a record of it right here. A repository of crimes against humanity caused by the globe Earth. You know, people used to believe way back in archaic days, back in 2022, there were still people that believed they lived on a spinning globe in the vacuum of space that violates many natural laws. Amazing.
How can you believe the Earth is a ball when there are so many wars in the world?
Yeah, I thought you could only vacuum a flat surface.
This person last night, earlier tonight, was like, he was saying like, well, somebody thought of the flat Earth thing 500 years ago, and we're like, no, they only stopped teaching the globe 100 years ago in the U.S. What are you talking about?
So not 600 years ago?
Like flat earthers were setting the city of Baghdad using elevation angles.
Exactly 500 years ago.
And they're shitholes today. I want to see a glober I want to see a glober go to Baghdad or some other city and lay out the city, like just do a repeat using globe math, and there'll be a befuddled bunch. Talk about the city of Babel, the Tower of Babel, the Tower of Numpties.
If the Earth is a ball, then why are people dying?
Say what?
Exactly.
That's why because The
How's
people
it
are dying because people think it's a ball.
So like, what are you saying? People are. What do you say exactly? Yeah, that's exactly what you're saying. You're saying the Earth is a ball because cellular phones exist. I'm saying the Earth is not a ball because people die. What's the difference between what we're saying? There's no difference, right? It's just as ridiculous. You see? You see how that works? You see how that works? See how the one doesn't have anything to do with the other, but you're still saying it? Yeah, right? How can you believe they're? You know what they're really saying? They're saying, how can you not believe scientists? They made our phones. Like, no, they didn't. Dumbass. People made our phones. Dumbass. Well, what do you think your dad is? What do you think? You think scientists built all these buildings? This is your grandpa, you dumbass. Stupid
I
ass.
thought science built the globe, though.
Like, who built all these phones? Who built all these phones? Why, you think the scientists are building these phones? You stupid ass. It's people. Who do you
We
think
built
wrote all
this
the code?
city. We built this city with fake ass globes.
No, right? It's like, who do you think wrote all the code that runs
I
on these
thought
phones?
science can't lie.
Wait, you think a handful of people did it? Are you serious? Are you serious? They made your parents do it. They made your grandparents, great grandparents build this shit, and you want to credit these assholes with the work and the blood that was shed by your ancestors? Are you serious? Who fights these wars? What? The government does? It's your fucking sons and daughters and mothers and uncles. Look at this. Who flies the drones and the planes? Who shoots the guns? What? Dick Cheney? What? Who do you think does it? What? Exactly. Right? Science. Science. Religion shit, right? Okay. that,
I mean, they'll
that's
tell you
zealous,
science will prove it, dude. That's what they'll tell you.
the zealous, uh, zealots, the, so religious about science. Scientists. It's like, do you know a scientist? No?
Yeah, a bunch of them on here only are the only ones I know.
Yeah, I thought they exist, dude.
There's like 50 of them. That's it. They built everything in the world.
All of us are the scientists.
They're on YouTube, dude. That's what I heard.
So what did Einstein build for us? What are you experiencing using in your life every day that you want to thank Einstein for?
The better question is, who built Einstein?
And next on How Flat Are You, we're going to ask, who built Einstein? And was he just a sock puppet?
Think about it.
What corporation built Einstein?
Like Stephen Hawking.
Who put Einstein into power?
Who owns the software that
Who put the
runs
power pack on Einstein? Did someone? Where was that? Where was that power pack built? And were they using Tesla stolen information?
Do you rest on Einstein's shoulders?
I love that game show idea. How flat are you? Now that it's accepted widely that Earth is indeed measurably and observably flat and stationary, what will the Globers do?
We're gonna have a special edition of Gravity and why we can't find it.
Back in 2022, yeah, the Globers could never prove gravity, and they had a dismal failure in all endeavors. As a matter of fact, not one Glober after that had any luck in anything they tried.
if space is fake, can you still tell space time?
Space. Final frontier.
It's on the edge of the globe, dude.
Pardon me?
If you're next to the vacuum of space, right, you're on the final frontier.
Next to, so I guess we're on the final frontier.
Well, we're not next to a vacuum.
You're on the edge of discovery.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what a bunch of crap. A vacuum. What the fuck?
We got a new listener.
Oh.
Eat your popcorn and stare into space.
MKJ Nightlock. He bailed.
I would have
Failed
too. He
afterwards.
probably tried to prove the globe and couldn't.
I doubt it. It's never been about evidence for them. Well, mostly. I mean, it starts off with a simple question. Why doesn't the Earth ever show curvature in nature? Well, because a unicorn, pink unicorn farts, twirling in the wind, makes light do a freaking skinny dip and high dive, and a and a final finale triple twist.
I wonder if there's like a Kickstarter for the globe if you can donate for it or whatever. How'd they get it off the ground, you think?
How'd they get it off the ground in the first place? That's a really actually
That's a good question, right?
valid
Think about
question.
that.
That's a really good question.
Maybe it was a moon landing or something.
No, I think it was before then. I mean, I think we're talking about a 1,000-year plan or something, you know? Or maybe chunks of 250 years at a time, you know?
I mean, you think they did all of that for Star Trek, though? I mean, let's be real.
There was always people with this idea, and until they started running the money system and the banking scam, and then they got control, and they were able to perpetrate this lie.
Mm-hmm. It's all tied in together, all of it. Just like you said.
You got to own the money and print the money, and you also have to own the police and the judges, and you control the schools. Then you got carte blanche.
Then you just, make sure that the power people are just going to make sure they push legislation that benefits them. Of course.
Jeez Louise.
If you control the money, you're going to tell the people, they don't care what country you're in, if they control your money. Rockefeller said that himself, or what was it, Rothschild or somebody.
Even whether it have been money or food, they used to give out like 200 grams or whatever amount of food for a reward for like bringing back a dead body, or like could been anything. You get rewarded for serving the state.
Ears.
Yeah.
Bring back ears or noses or scalps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like in Ukraine in 1933, they got like food for every body that they brought back. So
I just don't understand why they're like, here's the model, right? And they're like, do what you want with it. And then, people just run with it. It's really sad.
no, they're like, this is the model, and then if you're teaching your kids otherwise, we're going to take your kids away and we're going to put you in jail, or we're going to burn you at the stake, or we're going to kill you. And they control the police. They control like the guys with the swords. So like, there's more of them than you. So
Well, first you gotta catch me teaching my kids something else, right? Like
Wait, like, this is assuming that you know about it, right? Okay, I got it. Okay, I got it. Yep. Just don't let them know. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna. If you're teaching your kids, like, I'm not teaching my kids anything. I'm not. I would never lie to you, government. Not
Who are
me.
you to think that you're going to teach your kids morals and ethics?
Right? Like,
How dare you?
I would never do such a thing. All right, let's go, son. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the funniest things is like Globers. Like when they're any kid, you question your parents, fight them, sneak out, lie to them, but then they get to an adult and they're like, "Yes, government, I obey you, and you never lied to me, and I will never like."
Exactly.
It makes
It's all designed by design too. And I think it
it's
starts with
a selective questioning of authority, very selective.
it all started with Santa Claus. I was like, wait a minute, what is this? What's going on here? Like, there's no Santa Claus? Oh, you found out. See, you guys totally made me believe that. Why would you do that? Fuck these guys, man. Yeah, imagine Stewie, right? It's like, I can't believe you totally made me. Why would you do that? We didn't, honey. It's just the way the world is. It's Christmas, right? So all parents are lying to their kids about Santa Claus.
Yeah, I think I heard you talking about it a couple weeks ago, where it's subliminally or subconsciously makes you not believe your parents or trust them.
Exactly.
Like, if they lied to you at that young age, like
Resent them. You think they're stupid. You think that they're not educated. They're superstitious. And then you learn about the science. Then you think they're religious. It's all this shit that comes from the from outside. That's because mom and dad trusts the government, right? Like, why don't my parents send me here?
Hey, I got somebody in the VC check-in one that wants a voice role, and I've been talking to them for the past 10 minutes. So.
Oh, well, is it okay? All good. I'll give them the role. Which one?
Go Mama.
Go Mama. Yep. Let me just give me just 1 second. I'll scroll down. All right, she's good, man. Yeah, can let her know, or she can come down if she wants. Oh yeah, all good. He's gone. Good.
I think it was back in the 50s. They wanted a globe in every room.
Yes, every classroom.
Well, even the TVs, they wanted a TV in every room too.
Oh yeah, imagine you're a company, right? And you're about to release this movie, car, model, whatever. It's like a big thing, right? You would want your you would want it everywhere, like everywhere, right? But you can't put it everywhere because you gotta pay and da 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 da. But if you're the government, if you're Rothschild, if you're the Vatican, right? You can put it wherever you want. You can put it everywhere, and there's
We can make
nothing.
money off of it too. We can make money off the globe, dude.
Exactly. We can create shows and programs. We can make movies. I mean, people love going to movies, right? Yeah, people love movies. Right? Yeah, we can make movies and more movies. And there's these new things called video games. Make that too. Yeah. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? Like, why not? We can make like shirts. We can make everything can be about the globe. I got it. What? We can save the globe from something. That is so fucking genius. Everyone has a responsibility to save the globe. Oh my god. Let's unite the world.
Sign me up, dude. Save the Globe Initiative. Where can I sign up?
Exactly, right? All right. How many ways can we save the globe? Oh, this is juicy. I got this good one, boss. What's that? What's that? The sun is greenhouse effect. It's like, like a greenhouse. Oh
Globe's
my
got to have
God.
a climate, dude. That's so true, dude. Globe's got to have a climate.
Do that. Do that. Yeah, that's good. Anything else? What aliens? Too soon. Shut up. Too soon. All right, next. Anyone else? Like, talk to us later about the alien idea. That's a good one, though. Develop that idea, but talk to us later. 10 years. Okay. Anyone else? Any ideas? How else can we save the globe? Are there anybody killing animals somewhere?
Bong, I got a
Hey,
question.
man, you need a Globetrotter basketball team.
Yeah, send them all across the globe, dude.
That is brilliant. You guys know what to do. Make it happen. I imagine that's.
Make them play with balls, dude.
Yeah, that's probably he went, right?
It's fucking brilliant.
Play, and that's why Earth must be a globe.
So without Googling, when do you think when on the government narrative, when do you think the first school was created? Without Googling it.
Let me think about that. Hold on.
Late 1900s, 1990 something. Who knows?
Yeah, I Googled it and they said it was like 1625.
What?
So
Google, what?
Even if it was 1625 or 1900, so you're telling me they didn't go to school in 1400 and 900 and 300? Like,
nope.
What? Yeah, so like.
What the hell were they doing?
They were working with their families at home and learning from their families at home. So back in the day, there were these things called families, right?
Yeah, families that taught you.
Say what?
Protected you in natural living. And yeah.
People, and they actually like spent whole days together, like whole weeks together. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm like morning all the way, like every day. Yeah, I was like, whoa, I don't what? Why? I don't know. I guess that's what families were like back in the day. Silly, I know, right? Spending all days together, like why? Like, who does that?
So my point would be like the same thing they did with the natives in Canada, where the RCMP police kidnapped the native children and threatened the parents with jail time and brought them to a white school or a Catholic school to be taught the white way. The same thing they did in 1625 or whatever version of history. They stole your kids and said, we're going to teach them. We're taking them out of the family community and you're going to be forced to come to this government-controlled indoctrination center.
It's perfect. I mean, it's how it's what Genghis Khan did. It's how Genghis Khan ruled his kingdom. When he conquered the people, he would take the princes, or the leader, the ruler back.
Was that Alibaba?
And educate. No, Genghis Khan. I don't know which one. This is the way he does it. It's the way they colonize today. He'll take the prince back, the ruler back, and educate him. It's like this whole what do you call it? You know what I mean? And then the prince would end up agreeing. What it's like? What's that disease where the capture? Then you
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah. Stockholm. Yeah, it's like Stockholm syndrome. And then the prince would go back and he would be loyal to Genghis Khan. And that's what you're seeing, when you take your children or you take the leaders, and try to. Then they come back and then they'll lead their people according to that man or that country's whoever, according to their ways. And it's like NPL, this NPL thing. How you talk to people, and if you can relate with them and they can relate with you, then they'll agree with you. It's like this whole psychological thing.
It's the Prussian education system.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what they do to us. That's what they do to us. Public
because
education.
people were thinking for themselves, and then supposedly the country lost at the war or whatever because the soldiers were random and doing different things and not obeying orders, and then they needed to change the school system so that the students were more obedient and more systematic and more robotic. So then, like Manly P. Hall and all these guys, Ryerson went to England, studied the Prussian education system, and then brought it back to America, brought it back to all the universities in Canada and the US. Now it's worldwide, obviously.
Well, and when people say, "Why would they lie?" and then you explain to them control, and they're like, "What do you mean control?" It's like all this stuff.
I've noticed that a lot of people don't notice or they don't care because they haven't been oppressed or because they live a good life or are just too busy. But once you get screwed by the government a couple times or screwed by certain people, you do research and then you start to see the holes and the cracks and the hypocrisy, then you can sort of connect the dots. But if you're rich and living a good life and partying, like, you don't really care. Why would you want it to change? You got a good life.
Seems like a good life.
Yeah, it's an illusion, like, yeah, for them, but
Life is good, fam.
Yeah, there you go.
yeah,
That's better. Life is
life
good.
is good, but it's also a nightmare at the same time. But it depends if you have empathy and if you can watch things and not care, or like, yeah.
Sometimes you have to act like you don't care to care.
Well, I agree. Yeah, sometimes I don't care, sometimes I care more, and sometimes I can't care about everything. Like, I'm one guy. Like, I can only.
It's not my problem. Or is it? Yeah, I think if it was conditioning yeah, it's all about conditioning. I think it's about conditioning, conditioning yourself to care, to put up with things, tolerate stupidity or whatever, to work through it. Work through the pain. Pain is your friend, and lets you know that you are not dead.
I'll find it.
This is weird because now they're not going to school, right? Like before, are you guys kids going back to school now, or are they still doing the online thing? Where you guys are?
I think they're in school.
Yeah. Okay. Guess that didn't work.
Yeah, it's like I'm not allowed to talk about that topic.
Well, it looks like we'll just have to attack somebody. Oh. What happened? Your plan failed. Now you're gonna plan B. Plan B. Yeah. Plan B. Yeah. You better plan B. You guys scared yet? Nope. Nope. Not scared yet. Too much. Try harder. Right? How about some better CGI or something, man? Like, gosh. Like, how about an actual Hollywood director or something? Like, damn. Like, we also deserve good production, not just at the movies. Damn. Like, I know the news is free, but hello, can you make it a little realistic at least? Can you not make it seem like a movie? It looks so fake.
Yeah, the crazy or funny thing is, like, a lot of the Globers are actually scared of the common cold, and they're scared of the asteroids, and they're scared of
air.
But then, if you ask them, they're not scared. But
I'm scared, ghost. But you are. No.
Yeah, but you gotta think about this. If you live on a globe, everything that scares you is hidden behind the horizon.
Can never see. You do not see the stuff you're scared of.
Seeing is believing. If you don't see shit, you don't have to be scared.
Yeah. I don't trust my senses. Oh, you trust your not senses? You trust not your sense. Okay. Yeah. Scared of nothing.
yeah, like I said, that's a good opener to almost any Glober too. Is like, do you trust your senses? And then they'll be like, and then if they say no, then like, yeah, I said this a couple days ago, but yeah, it's.
If they say no, just say never mind. Never mind. Sorry.
Sleeping.
Someone's
Okay,
sleeping.
dude. Jesus Christ.
Oh, that was quick.
Put him to sleep.
Who is it? Is it you?
Well, she.
I'm gonna move him somewhere. Where am I gonna move?
Put him in the learning curve, dude. Kid's gotta learn.
No, I fell asleep. Let's see. The learning curve. There it is. And I'm gonna go unmute him so he wakes up. Where is he? There he is. Alright. Done. Like the Nazis, like the American, the public system, education system. Like, pledge pledge allegiance to the flag. I swear I felt like a Nazi when I was doing that. You're doing the stuff that they do on TV, dude. I know, it's so weird. I pledge allegiance to the flag. What are you doing? I don't know. It feels like I'm praying to something.
Yeah, that's sort of when people talk about the Constitution.
Everybody else is doing it, man.
I have rights. It's the Constitution, and it just makes me laugh. I'm like, what? You think America was ever great? Like, what? Constitution? It's so they made the Constitution, then they had slaves and slave plantations after the Constitution? What? Okay. Or when was the Constitution? After the slavery? I doubt it. So, like, yeah, like the Pledge of Allegiance is just the show of your statism, trying to brainwash you.
Yeah.
Like, I yeah, you can't change where you're born. I like where I'm born, but I'm not a citizen of this fake country with a fake flag and fake borders. I'm a citizen of flat Earth. It's just I'm trapped in this country.
Yep. It is like swearing an oath. Yeah.
So yeah, so why would I swear an oath to my slave plantation?
Yeah.
Like,
It's like, what is this, a gang? Is this like a gang or something?
oh, it is a lot of people see it as gangs, and like that's why you have Olympics, because it's your country versus them, and then whether it be war or Olympics, it's you versus them, whites versus blacks, Chinese versus Mexicans, and yeah.
Yeah. The tribal mentality, yeah. The mob mentality. Yeah, there's this weird culture I noticed growing up, it's like, you know, hard working men, right? Labor and all that stuff, right? They go to work, right? And then they come home and then they drink beer, right? That's what tough guys do. And then they watch sports where guys smash into other guys or throw a ball around and see who can throw balls better. You know what I mean? Like, and then you go to work and talk about it. That's what makes you a guy, an American guy, like good old American people, we're just, I was like, what is that? That's not a man. It's a fucking boy that never fucking grew up. What the fuck is that? It's like, that's not a man. This is manly, dude. Like, manly things. You'll smash beer cans over. What's a beer can? Your beer. You don't know beer is, fucking pussy. Hey, so this is a man.
Yeah. Like, I see what you're saying, but like at least back in the old days, like men had short hair, women had long hair, and like men wore men's clothes and women wore women's clothes, and like you could actually tell the difference. Like there was set differences. Like men would go home and watch the football and drink beer, and the women would. That probably sounds bad, but like it's just whether it be gender roles or like a guy was a guy and a girl was a girl, and like you didn't do certain things because you're a guy, and you didn't do certain things because you're a girl, but now anything goes.
Yeah, but that's supposed to be life. That's supposed to be life. It's like, wait, this is not life. What? working for this company my whole life and then going into debt and then die. That's life. Man, fuck shit.
No, okay,
That's
years
the
ago,
American dream, dude.
wake up, go to work, eat, go to sleep, wake up, go to work, go to bed. Like that's life. That's purpose. That's awful.
That's That's a nightmare. Like, why do I even want to live? Right? And then what? And then that's it. And then you die, and that's it. It's like, that's it. Like, yeah, that's it. What else? I don't come back and get rich. I'm not born back into a rich family or nothing. No. What were you expecting out of life? I don't know. Enjoying it at least. Like, that it made sense. At least that it made sense. That I did all this for a reason. You know, that would be cool, right? Wow, you're asking for a little bit too much there, bro. I mean, we're only human, right? I don't even know what that means. Like,
What did you say you are?
we're only human. Like, well, what? What is that? Like, we're
Who's
only human.
we?
Yeah, well, you mean we're only slaves? Like, I don't get it. We're unfortunate to be born not into a rich elite ruling family, right? 99% of the population is unfortunate, right? We just have to work for these guys, all of us. It seems that God created the world for the 1%. And we can all just, like, oh well, life sucks, life's a bitch, then you die. I don't think so. I don't think that's how it works. But what if I think life can be better? But that's right. That's crazy. That's
Coming to a
crazy.
town near you.
What, hope? Yes, hope. Psh, that's it. That's on the moon, dude. Like, we lost that technology. Ah, shucks. Bye bye, hope. Lost on the moon. Oh, no, peace. Peace is also on the moon, and that's lost too. Oh, that's why everybody's so depressed because we left hope and peace on the moon. But can we go get it? Can we go get it? Can we? I mean, I got a Galaxy. I got a Samsung Galaxy 8. We could definitely go to the moon with that. Hey, remember how we went to the moon in 1969 with shit? Yeah. Well, I got a Samsung Galaxy 8. Well, it's old. It's not that old, but you know. It's like a million times more powerful than that piece of shit they took to the moon. Remember? That's it. So if we can just go back to the moon and get the hope and the peace that we left there, right? Bring it back down here, then we can, then we can have a, then we can level the playing field, right? The answer is to own nothing. See? You see how it's presented to you? This is the answer to poverty. What's that? Own nothing and be happy and love it. How do you ask? How? I'll show you how. First, you sign up over here, right? He's just gonna give you a couple shots. Doot, 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 doot.
The own nothing thing must be like 20 or 40, 60 years down the line because
It is.
we need to own cars, and we're going to need to own cars for like 10, 20 years, and houses, like until they implement all their draconian systems. So like, yeah.
But if you do that, then we're always gonna be stuck in the situation we're in, and always complaining about the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer. That's what this is going to solve. It's going to bridge the gap.
But isn't owning nothing the exact opposite of what they've been programming everybody with? Because they program you with the atheist, materialist, buy, and capitalism, and then then they're gonna flip it and try to reprogram you.
It's like, oh, check it out. We're making stuff. Have fun. Oh wow, we're having so much fun. Oh, slow the fuck down. You're about to destroy the earth. God damn, man. Shit, right? Like, oh, what? It's all your fault. Now we're all gonna die. But don't worry, we have a solution. What? What's that? Own nothing. See, oh, I don't know. I don't know. What? Haven't we gotten to you through all these centuries of shit you do to yourself?
Yeah, really. Yeah, they're gonna say like everybody, you guys all need to move to this one big city and then change your whole lifestyle. Like, yeah.
Sign up for this thing.
You'll rent everything. You'll be happy.
Yeah, exactly. Let me show you.
Or they would actually like the gas prices now are insane. So all they would actually have to do is just raise the prices of everything so much that like you would have to migrate to that closer city so that you could actually afford and like walk to stuff and like.
Yeah. One day you're gonna be like, your missus is gonna be like, look, babe, what? Can't afford to have the car anymore. It's costing us more to own it than to.
Yeah, we need to move to the city. We need to move to the big city because we can't afford to live anymore.
But I found this service, right? It's better than Uber though. It's a new service, it's one of those new crypto services. Yeah, it's really cool. So sign us up. So yeah, so actually a lot cheaper. Look at how much money it's saving us. Oh wow, man, that's a lot of money. Cool, yeah, that.
Or what they would even do is like raise the prices so much of gas and food and this, and then they'll be like, we'll even subsidize your new house in the city on the outskirts. Or like, we'll buy half of it, and we'll like, or like
universal income. That's what that is. Yeah, we will help you transition. Okay.
Yeah.
While we're learning how to be better, how to get new jobs. Okay, we're going to help you. Yeah, basic universal income. There we go. Now go learn how to use our new technology and infrastructure and
But
do it.
It's going to be the trade-off though, because you're going to have to move to that super city to get that universal income.
Yep. And then you're going to have to like do all these things so they can track you all the time, so you can have the services and the benefits that come with all this whatever new stuff that they're giving you. Like, yeah, cheaper too, right? See how you're happy. Your wife is happy now. She can pay the bills. Aren't you glad you don't own that stupid car anymore? Yeah, man, that fucking car was holding me back. I was trying to fucking maintain it and shit. I'm glad. I'm out of sight, out of mind, man. Shit. Who needs a stupid? Hey, why are you still driving, bro? Let me tell you something, man. My wife got this new service. Like, remember that car? You know what I mean? And on and on.
Have you ever seen THX 1138?
Is that a car?
Yeah. No, it's like it's an 80s movie. It's a dystopian movie of how in the future love is going to be forbidden, and they're going to decide who's going to make babies, and like it's
THX.
I posted the trailer in the live stream.
Oh, cool. I'll check it out. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's like a minute or two clip, but like it's sort of like a 80s version of their futuristic ideas of what they want humanity to be like.
Is it George Lucas?
Not sure.
Because I think he named one of the stormtroopers that in the original Star Wars, as well as a nod to the film.
Warner's brother. I don't know if it says who directed it. Let's see here. Yeah, it says screenplay by George Lucas. Yeah, directed by George Lucas.
Yeah, yeah, and the THX kind of sound thing that used to come on before films, like the Dolby. There'd be a THX one with the mad music.
Yeah.
That's him as well. That's his technology. So that's a nod to that film as well.
Yeah, it's like I said, love is forbidden, and obviously babies are forbidden. And these two slaves somehow broke programming, fall in love, and then they got caught. And then I actually haven't seen the movie, but that's just like the clip, the trailer, and
That looks interesting.
yeah, and then supposedly they got reprogrammed, and then and then yeah.
If decentralization, these new networks, because people are saying that it's going to fix a lot of problems between nations, borders and all these things and trade, and then there's the governments. The governments, can't interfere with certain things. It, I mean, it sounds good, doesn't it? Sounds like a. But it also sounds like something weird, like something bad is waiting there, for the world, because you got to build the blockchain. Like, who's building the blockchain? Like, who are the actual developers? All those guys. Well, then it's centralized, because that's where the bottleneck is. That's where the control would be, right? So everybody's so excited to move towards it.
I use cash like 99-100% of the time, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm using cash like this is the last time you'll be experiencing this. Is it like I'm trying to all right, you're still using cash. Know how it feels? Remember how it feels? Yeah, you take out the money and you give it to the person, still
you want to know what I've noticed? Like, 'cause everybody here pays with cards and whatever, but I pay with cash. I pay with cash like 100% of the time. It's like $89 or whatever. I give them 4 20s and a 10, and like I can see the person like struggling to count it. They're like 20. It's like what? Like, holy shit! Like, this is crazy. Like, they can't even count. Like,
it's
they have to double
idiocracy.
count it, triple count it. Like,
It's idiocracy, man. You give them money to count, they're like, okay. He's trying to remember his training.
yeah, like it's different. Like, I double check everything or triple check everything, but it's different. Like, the speed on the first check and the second check is like, you can tell they're like trying to calculate it in their mind at slow motion.
Yeah, yeah. You're so used to the machines doing everything, right? Like that when you have to manually do something, it's like, oh, like, oh shit, I almost
Yeah,
forgot
like
how to do
for me,
this.
I've been counting cash for 40 years. Like, I never stopped. I never like I'm old school in many ways, where like it's
But I am feeling the move, the transition to all electronic transactions. I'm starting to feel it, like oh, it's starting to feel inconvenient to go pull cash out. It's starting to feel like I can just swipe wherever. And that's still with the card, but imagine not needing a card. What's the next thing? Like, what's the next more secure way to access your hard-earned, whatever assets? Biology.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
it's a slow transition from the cash to the slavery system, and now they want to go from the all cards and then the mark or the chip or whatever inside your body. It just takes tens, or it takes a century, or it takes however many years. Like, that's why they do all the MK Ultra and all the psyops, and it's all just to slowly boil the frog. Slowly boil the frog.
as long as the frog is happy, he'll sit there in the water.
That's what I said like an hour ago. Where like, if you have a good life, you're just the boiling frog and don't even care. Usually, like,
Yeah.
but if you have like I said, if you get screwed by the government or you get oppressed, and then you're like trying to figure out why these things happen, what is life, what is the purpose, and then those are the people who usually figure it out.
Yeah.
But there is outliers, so it's not all the time. But
Yeah. You heard? Have you heard of NFT? NFTs? Have you heard of that term yet?
I've heard the
Probably not.
abbreviation. I don't know what it is. It's like, yeah, I don't know.
NFT is like remember when gold used to back up, money? That's like, yeah, so the dollar is like the NFT, represents, your title or ownership to a actual asset, like a real asset. And people are going crazy with that, selling it, creating them. Man, it's so crazy. Okay, how do I say this? Anything can be an NFT. What does that mean? So on this new metaverse, on this new blockchain world that where they're creating businesses and video games, social platforms, applications. They use these things called NFTs, right? It's stuff that you can use in this video game, and then you can turn it in for real money. So a lot of these worlds, a lot of these video games, there's this place called the Sandbox. Is where everybody go to do things, to shop, basically do everything, right? So, because when I first heard that, I was like, "What do you mean everything? Like fucking like I'm not gonna go down to the store to buy things. I'm gonna go to this metaverse world and buy things there, and it's gonna show up in my house." Yes. Like what? Yeah. Yeah. So, I was going to advertise something down the street. Don't advertise, in the real world anymore. Nobody's there. Like, everybody's on the metaverse. You got to advertise in this the sandbox. Yeah, you could set up a little stand, and you know what I mean? Like, so it's not the crazy part. The crazy part is when you introduce artificial intelligence, when you this thing called programmatic art, where the art responds or reacts to something in the real world. Okay, so I don't know, the weather. You could do something for the weather somewhere, and you might have your art on your TV, and when you look at your art and it's blinking blue, that means it's raining. Whatever. Like the two worlds are inter crossing over each other. Where what you do in there affects out here, and what you do out here affects in there.
The problem with the metaverse is, like, I live in the worst internet area,
Yeah.
so like I don't even have hardline high speed, so like I
Yeah.
can't join the metaverse because I don't have the internet, so I can never until they force me to move to a city, or until they build better ground towers.
Yeah, I mean that's what I mean. Like, eventually, most of the services in the real world, right? are going to be, all going to be organized and this thing called the supply chain and all that. It's all going to be happening in the metaverse, okay? And things in the real world move around as it's being controlled from the metaverse. So this is how it's going to work. Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, gosh, my brain is melting. Like, what the fuck can I? All kind of bad. Oh my gosh, all these things that you can do that are so bad, and no one's addressing them. But I'm just saying, it's like they're putting the good stuff in front of you. They're trying to sell it to you. Of course, the salesman is not going to tell you about the thing under the car that doesn't work. He's going to try to sell you this car, lemon or not. It's like you're ignoring, all these problems that they potential. And people are just diving into it. And like, supposed to be for privacy and security, decentralizing, but it seems to be doing the opposite, the exact opposite. And yeah. Anyways, it it gets stupid crazy. AI, AI and how it can make things look real that you can't tell the difference. You could go up to it and touch it and know it's not real, but asking people to go look at the horizon, they won't even do that. And if they do, they're like, I don't see anything. And imagine them seeing art, augmented reality.
It's like I said a couple weeks ago, where they could CGI a video of water sticking to a spinning ball, but but we know, like for me, if I see that video, I'm gonna say, well, okay, I'm gonna try it, and then it doesn't work for me, but your video does it, so like it's got to be observable, measurable, repeatable, or like I know it's fake.
Yep. You won't have to. You won't have to leave your house. You won't have to go. You can visit Mars, from your room.
Yeah, see, to me as a realist, I'm like, I didn't visit Mars. Like going there in a video game is not me visiting Mars. But to the subjective truth believers, like they live their life as a fantasy, so like they'll jump right in.
What's the name of that island where they recorded the Mars rovers?
Devon Island.
Yeah, Devon Island. So I'm imagining, well, I can just totally use that island to set up the whole Mars experience, right? And the people who use VR or AR to experience it, right? They're gonna be like, "Holy shit, it looks real, dude!" That's because it's Devon Island, dude, right? Oh my gosh, dude! And then that person who had the experience is gonna be so excited to tell somebody else. And if anybody tries to tell him that it's fake, right? I remember he experienced Devon Island. You can't tell him it's fake. He thinks he was on Mars. Just saying, like the tricks, the way to fool people, think that they were there. And then the things that they can do with this new technology, the way they do. Remember a green screen and blue screen? That's gone. Now they have actual screens that project the landscape and takes care of the lighting and everything. That's how actors are working now. They're working surrounded by the real thing. They're immersed in this world they're supposed to be pretending that's there. Remember CGI, green screen? You had to pretend, right? Even Marvel was doing that. But The Mandalorian, that's the way they shot it. It's like you're immersed in that world as an actor, right? That's pretending. That helps you, to be immersed into the character and the world, right? Imagine you as a tourist to Mars, and you're totally there. You can't tell the difference, right? Maybe if you touch, oh, I'm still in my room when you start touching shit. But the experience you're gonna have, the magic, and the way you're gonna tell it to your friends and those stupid flat earthers who don't want to believe anything. Oh, you believe your eyes now?
Well, yeah. So I could just blindfold you, take you to like a snowy place and be like, oh, here's the North Pole or here's Antarctica, and then like you're gonna believe it? Like you won't, but they like even they probably won't, but because it's not a part of their space fantasy. But
and it's not, the government didn't build, the cool technology for us to experience it with. That's why they built it, dude. So because it's really hard to go there.
It's science, man.
Yeah, science, bro. Like, gosh, you appreciate all that, man. It's like, and the technology keeps getting crazier and crazier every week, too. It's like,
Just thinking now that that's quite funny that they always say that they don't put a camera on the rockets and the satellites for our viewing pleasure, but yet the first step of science is observation. And how do you
yeah,
observe without recording? So
yeah.
it's just retarded, like their whole defense that it doesn't need to be observed, directly observed, but yet that's the first step of science.
Yeah.
well, it's like I ask him with the ISS or satellites. It's like, let me zoom in. I'm in a blizzard right now. I want to zoom in on the clouds and I want to see this blizzard from space. And then the guy's like, "Oh, the ISS, it's over Africa right now. So like, you'll have to wait till it's over North America." Well, I'm like, "Oh, that doesn't help." So it's got to be over North America, and I have to have a blizzard, and then and then like I still can't see it. So.
And still, that's not even strictly true because the ISS is said to go orbiting around the Earth once every 90 minutes, which means that in an hour and a half, it should be over you. So if it's not over you now, it will be in an hour.
Yeah, but there's other satellites and ISS. It's like I want to zoom in, or I want to see this blizzard. I want to see what this blizzard looks like in real time. But then it's always going to be an excuse. It's not feasible. It's not worth it. Wait for it to come over your place. And, yeah.
The least they should do on every launch is always have a camera. Man, that's just being a professional. That's just something anyone would do, especially a scientist, especially an astronaut, especially people going to space. But you don't do this every day, so every time you do it, you have to take advantage of it. That's what people who study things do, right? Always studying all the time, everything, all the conditions before, after launch, during launch, while we go up. You're looking around, hey, is anything wrong? It's like, why aren't all these normal standard procedures not in place? Like you guys are trying to hide stuff. It's like JFK. Where's the freaking Secret Service?
Or why does the SpaceX landing like cut out right before it lands, and why is the ISS live stream cut out for 15 minutes an hour? And then they'll claim that it's unedited, even though it's like got cuts and dropouts.
Oh, it's guy when it's obvious CGI.
Yeah, like just even the SpaceX, like why, like it should never drop. Once it drops, the charade's over. For us.
Paying attention to the news, but did they say the ISS was falling to the Earth? Is that and Elon Musk was gonna save it or something?
I think they said they're gonna crash the ISS in the ocean or something.
Yeah, they were gonna decommission it. That'd be better for the flat earthers get you. All right, boys, we can't keep this up much longer. What are we gonna do? Decommission it? Oh, yeah. Duh, I didn't even think of that before. All right, decommission it. So after we decommission the ISS, then what? Russia and China rule space, and we're just what? Here on Earth? America, the greatest country not in space. Sorry, it was a joke. Guys, have you guys seen Space Force?
Is that a movie?
It's a TV show comedy. Steve Carell.
No,
Yeah.
I've heard of it, but yeah.
That's what this all feels like. Comedy.
That's also one reason why I pretty much, in a way, became a flat earther, because my whole life I could never really watch movies because I could tell the actors were acting, and then I could see the plot holes, and then they would never finish the story, and I'd be like, what you just jumped to this, and what happened with that? And it's just yeah, it's
Bad writing. It was like, what the hell says that?
yeah, you're like, what he just says that randomly, and then yeah, it's just that was when I was like 5 and 8 and 10 and whatever, so I always was like questioning or wondering why like these things didn't add up, or like, but like
It's like
mainly
the commercials were better than the actual show.
it was just the actors would never convince me, because I'd always know that they were acting and faking it. So I like, there's some good movies where you could like disconnect, but it was super hard. So like I could never disconnect. I was never into space or Star Trek because it's just I could never disconnect and like jump into that fantasy world and like engulf myself. And I just transitioned into always questioning authority and government, and
Or when the girl, when she's being chased by the killer, she she'll look at the house and then look at the woods and then run into the woods. I'm like, oh, what? Why did she do that?
even I remember like just this one popped into my mind, like the Gladiator movie. Like where he's gonna kill him. They got him in the dungeon. He's surrounded by 10 guys. Like they can kill him right there, and then he's like, "No, let's take him to the woods and kill him there." And then he fights him off and escapes. And it's like, what? You had him dead. Why would you take him? Like, so I would just, every movie would be like, I could never. Yeah, or like the you're being chased by Friday the 13th. Jason Voorhees, and then you like run into a room and then you hide in the closet. It's like, no.
Yeah, that like what you're talking about, like, all right, they're oh, he's so dead. Oh my gosh, he's dead. How is he ever gonna get out of this? He's dead. Let's take him into the forest and kill him there, guys. Like, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
It's like, no, kill him now. You can kill him now. Kill him. Stupid bad guys. Make a stupid writer.
Yeah.
Like, man, these writers could even fool a 6-year-old. Like, damn, that sucks.
I'm probably, most people are probably not the same with the movies, but even when I was like 15 or 18, you're like, what? Like I said, you get up, go to sleep, go to work, get up, go to sleep, go to work, you're a robot. And you're like, is this life? Like, is this the purpose of life? And I'm like, how could this be? And then you're like, is there a God? And then you're like, no, evolution, Big Bang, globe. Then you're busy and you watch sports, and then eventually you may do some research and get the better internet, and then you're like, find the information, and then you actually find out the truth and how things work, and then now you're on a flat Earth Discord.
Making fun of NASA.
Oh, that's how it happened.
You know what? I'm glad didn't happen. I'm glad I didn't wake up one day and I was just old, and the Earth is still a ball, and I'm miserable, still asking the same questions. What is life? Is this all there is? What now? You know, I'm glad that didn't happen. You know, flat Earth. It's like, yeah, never gonna happen.
Although, like, I'm sure you probably did the research. You saw all the bad things, the wars, the genocide, and all the bad videos from the celebrities and the rituals. And so, like, the truth is ugly, but I would rather know the truth, and it helps me make better decisions so that I don't hurt people, I don't hurt myself, and obviously for the bigger purpose.
Oh, so you understand too, right? I mean, if you died believing a lie, you would never understand what it was all about, life. But knowing the truth helps you understand life. And then you're like, yeah, it's like this and not like that. You know, and it's just the joy that comes with, I mean, like liberty, you know, there's this freedom that comes with knowing what's true. Yeah, because you get to understand what you're dealing with, what you've dealt with, and what it was about. Yeah. Meaning, right? Meaning to meaningful.
Yeah, it'd be like being grounded versus just being like a scatterbrained, delusional, subjective truth believer.
Baller.
Yep. Even though, like I said, I've seen the worst videos, and that's what you got to do to find truth, and the wars, and but I'd rather know the truth and have seen what I've seen than not.
I think there's still more truth. There's always more truth to know, but certain truths, right? I mean, certain lies, once they're exposed, it has like a certain kind of impact on your life, on your happiness, right? And flat is one of those things for me. It's like, dude, like, does it even matter? Like, what does this change? Like, once that question is answered, and you know that it matters, right? You know, what comes out of it is, well, you know, I'm happier now than I ever was before when I was a glober. And I was like, it's weird. It's like, cool, look, I'm not doing anything and I'm happy. Like, why? I don't know.
No, my example or my version would be like other people may be better at hockey or better at this and have nicer houses, nicer cars, and nicer this, but it's like, but you don't know it. Earth is flat, and you don't know the truth, and you don't know what life, the purpose of it is, and so like, it's the illusion. Like they have the illusion they have everything,
Yeah.
they actually don't.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think even if you were like rich, very successful, and you didn't know the Earth was not a ball, there's still that real, you know, there's still that heaviness somewhere that you don't know that it's got to be more. It's got to be more to life than this. I mean, right? You got a mansion and
No,
but you're still like, is this it? Is this all?
Well, you know, it's simple. If you're 5'6" and you want to be a baller, you got to be realistic. You're never gonna win against 6'3", 6'4". So you ain't a baller.
You're not built for it.
You got to measure up. And if you don't measure, you don't know.
Yeah.
Wasn't there that basketballer called Scottie Pippen, who was like 5 something? He was a legend.
No, Spud Webb. Spud Webb.
Yeah, that guy was something.
Sorry to disrupt your train of thought.
You always got exceptions, but you know, in generality, you can always dream about anything, but why dream about the earth you walk on, you play your game on? Why dream about that? You can experience it.
Yeah. Like if you had like a Ford, or you know, in your driveway, your car's there, and you're like, what if my car was a BMW, dude? Like, that's not a BMW, man. It's a Ford. It's like, yeah, but what? You don't know that. You don't know that. Like, we can't prove anything. Right? You're like, no.
What?
like, why would you want to dream that your car is something else when it's not? It's a Ford. Okay, it's not a BMW. It's like, but what if it was a Ford? You know, the neighbor told me today my car could be a BMW. It's like, oh wow.
Hey man, I put a AMG logo on my Hyundai, so fuck you. I got an AMG, man.
I'm not dreaming it. Well, that's like the globe, right?
Yeah,
If you take a
just
closer
paste a
look,
logo on it.
and you'll realize it's not a ball. You see? It's how it's flat. You just wrapped it around the ball. Predicted it. It's like more and more like idiocracy every day. It's like morning time in America or wherever you guys are.
Maybe.
It's 9 p.m. in Sydney. I'm thinking in New York.
I got my Japanese time, dude. It's 4:20 somewhere, man.
It's 11 in Europe.
ever get tired of explaining spheres to people every day? Like, just explain, but like, like you're explaining it to a 5-year-old, like the whole table. The whole table is like different from a ball. Yeah, 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 yeah. And it feels like I'm talking to the same person every day. Same thing every day, every month, every year.
I wanted to add something to your analogy of the BMW and the Ford, whereby the Globers then come to us and say, look, here's a Ford with a BMW sticker on it. See, it's a
Yeah.
BMW. And you say, well, that's not really a BMW. That's still a Ford. And they say, well, look, it's got BMW rims. It's a BMW. You say, no, it's still a Ford. Then they say, well, look, it's got the interior of a BMW. It's a BMW. No, still a Ford.
Why would they lie?
Isn't it? It's still what you can afford.
I also feel like they don't want to say that they don't trust that we can't trust our senses. Like they don't want to say that. They also don't want to say that we have to trust other people's senses. It's like they have a problem saying that. Just like, oh, we can't trust our eyes to observe the ocean. We have to trust the scientist eyes because God made their eyes for observing the oceans. He made my eyes for I don't know, stuff. I mean, it's so much easier to just say that because my eyes don't work and their eyes are better. That makes sense. They don't want to sound religious. You know what I mean? It's not like they don't already do, but they don't want to sound religious, but they don't have math and don't want to do the math. It's like, well, if you're not going to do math, religion, or science, then what are we doing? What are we going to do? Tell each other stories.
Hello?
Hello, it's for the sun in here, isn't it?
Hello, sir.
Morning.
Bloody hell, loads of people suddenly come from nowhere.
How's it?
It's alright, mate. How's it going? Are you okay?
Sounds like crickets.
I know, it's a bit like that, isn't it? Bit weird. Maybe it's up to us then to promote the flat earth for these people. It's our thing. Hey guys, you do know the earth's flat, yeah?
Yeah. Can you prove that?
Can I prove that? I can kind of prove it, yeah.
It's kind of old news around here.
I know. I was only messing with you, mothers. You know.
Flat Earth.
Say again, mate.
And you can absolutely prove it.
Well, David, you kind of like my little ghost, don't you? Well, I don't know if I can absolutely prove it, but I do know that if you look in a straight enough direction long enough, right, the curvature drops off, and it's obviously not a bloody ball that we're living on.
Go to the beach. That's proof enough.
Yeah, it's the same sort of thing, isn't it? You know. Anyway, to anybody else who's listening, hello.
Oh.
How's it going? Who am I speaking to?
I am Bong. Bong, big data Bong, so.
Right, got you, man. Got you. Big data, but that's a long name, isn't it?
Yeah, also known as Batman.
Also known as who?
Batman?
Is that your name or is that what you smoke?
Yes.
I see.
Good.
Anyway, how's it going, Big Data? You alright?
Oh, yes, just good, thank you. How are you?
I'm alright, mate. Yeah, all good. Can't complain.
Yeah. Chilling, you know. Waiting for Globers. Not biting.
You lot like, honestly, you like bloody weirdos just sitting here waiting for Globers to come along. Do you know what I like to do? I like to go and find them in the street and I just jump on them and go, hey, beat up some Globers, you know. You bloody Glober, you get over it eventually if I punch you enough. Yeah.
Bludgers, right? Bludging. Just. Like
yeah,
fishing,
but well, I can't say anything more to them, but that, yeah.
You gotta wait for a boat. Yeah, it's like fishing. Yeah, you're more like a hunter. You like to go out there and chase it down. I'm more like a fisherman. I like to wait for the fish.
I wouldn't describe myself as a hunter, really. I would describe myself as somebody who shouts a lot, gets really angry, calls people cunts a lot, you know. But I do really try and promote the whole flat Earth thing wherever I go, because I know it to be true, like all of us do here. And it's how you present it to people, isn't it? And do you know what? There's nothing better than going, "Oh, you cunt! Do you know the Earth's flat?"
I do it way more low key. That's like, no, there's flat, right?
You know, Globers can't do better.
I think they can. I think they definitely
Have
can.
you ever heard a glober come up to you and say, "You know, the Earth's a globe, right?"
Yeah, man, and it freaked me out.
Oh, it's weirder than flat earthers. That'll be weirder.
It is.
Yeah.
Hey guys, whoever's listening, right? I've been going on about something the last few days, right? And I want to tell you all something. Right, I truly love all of you. I really do.
Just throw that out like candy, my friend.
Well, mate, I don't mind. I don't mind putting it out there. I love these guys.
Oh,
You know, I
one
love
love.
yeah, the whole one love mentality is something that we're putting across, or I'm putting across, probably not everybody else. But hey, you know, until we can, embrace all of our fellow friends, we're never going to get anywhere with the issue that's in front of us, are we?
Yeah.
Really,
I
you
agree.
know what I mean?
What the world needs now is love, sweet love. Yeah.
No, the world needs more flat earthers.
Oh, yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call.
You know, I haven't seen any flat earther instigating a war anywhere. It's always the Globers.
Hey, fucking hell, man! I'm starting a war every day of the week if I can, and nobody fucking goes for it.
You've been listening to 24/7 Flat Earth Discord 2.0. We hope you're having a fantastic day on this flat and stationary plane. If you too would like to join the debate, please click the link below. We'll see you there.